All right, 3 minutes and looks like 10 seconds left here, and we are here. Sergeant Ross, thank you so much for being here. Very, very wonderful for you to be here today for the grand finals.
I'm pretty excited.
So thank you.
Thank you.
This is FFO versus Fortis, and Fortis has had quite the journey, if you will. Fortis having to play 5 matches to get to this point today, where FFO only having to play 3 because they went through the winner's bracket versus Fortis being bopped down into the loser's bracket and then clawing their way up to these grand finals. So very, very exciting.
They have definitely been busting their butts, haven't they?
Yeah, that's for sure.
You get that one. It certainly says something about their tenacity anyways.
Absolutely. So Fortis actually
pretty good.
Taking out so they beat, who was it that they beat? They beat Mumble Reens.
A bunch of great clans.
Yeah, a bunch of great clans. I mean, they beat everybody, essentially, but FFO. So Mumble Reens were in 4th place now for the International Squad Knockout Tournament, and they were taken out by Fortis, who then went up against Paradise and Asterisk. So Fortis versus Paradise and Asterisk, and then Fortis takes them out. Then to be put together now here versus FFO, and very exciting.
Yeah, there was a bit of some undulation going on in the bracket, wasn't there? As they were jumping, like multiple teams were jumping from the top bracket down to the losers bracket repeatedly. It's very interesting. Obviously, there's been a few repeat offenders here, FFO and Fortis going at it again. They fought, I believe, in stage 2, and now they're going against each other again. I guess it was just meant to be, huh?
It is and is.
Back in the winners bracket, which is fantastic for them. And sometimes there were a few matches there where they were actually slated to be the underdogs, and they ended up pulling out. So I know there was a lot of favor for the Mumbarines, for example, and they ended up coming out on top. So there's definitely something to be said for their ability and skills to make a comeback.
Couldn't say it better myself there, Sergeant Ross.
Well, thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome. So there's one of 2 things that's going to happen today here, Sergeant. There's going to be FFO. So this is the best of 3 for this. There's
going to be a winner and a loser.
That's true. Well,
stunning observation, Johnny.
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that. There's going to be a winner or there's going to be a tie. Like, those are the only 2 options. There is actually, so it's either a winner or a tie. So if FFO wins the overall game here, which there's 2 matches, if they win, they will be declared the winner of the International Squad Knockout Tournament Season 1. If Fortis, or if and when, we should say, if and when FFO, and then if and when Fortis, they are going to tie it. So there's going to be another tiebreaker match after this. So everybody's going to be on the edge of their seats here to see what's going to happen. So,
oh man, what are we going to do if we go? Would it still be appropriate to call it overtime?
Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be some sort. So it's going to happen.
We're going into overtime.
Overtime. I was talking to Kudu, and I'm trying to figure out, like, so is that happening tonight? He's like, no. It would be another game some other time. So who knows? We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants here.
Yeah. Everybody's going to stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday just to go through the entire grand finals. That'd be pretty intense. I would have to get a lot more monsters, of which I have plenty in my refrigerator.
That's right.
I buy them in bulk.
Which flavor of monsters are you using?
Really, we don't need to discuss that at the moment. Just imagine it being like the most awesome, the most manly person ever would drink.
Oh,
let's put it that way.
So you also drink the white monster, because that's all I drink. That's all I drink.
That's literally what it is.
That's all I drink is white monster.
It's the white monster.
And only people
my friends
that
always
drink...
open the door like, it's so bad. Go ahead.
Only people that drink white monster know this too. So hopefully everybody's going to be like, what? Oh my God. Because it's like the can.
They're even like, what is that designed for?
Yeah.
I'm like,
and you read the back.
We're going to criticize
the You ever read the back of the white monster?
Don't even go there.
Okay.
It's very interesting they're allowed to get away with that, but whatever.
Yes.
It's fine. Surprised there isn't people knocking at their door going, really, genders? But whatever, that's fine. Yeah, so I know every time my friends come over, they're like, oh man, we forgot to buy monsters. We're having a great party tonight, but I'm going to need some at the end of the night. They open the fridge and they're like, so we're going to be right back. We're going to the corner store. And I'm like, you guys suck.
That's fine.
That stuff's awesome.
More white monster for me. You guys are missing it. That's funny.
Boy.
That's funny. We're going to change all of our Discord icons to White Monster now. That's what we're going to do.
You might want to be careful. Talk to their PR team. Yeah, who
That's
knows
right.
when they might pop up.
That's right. All of a sudden, it's like, what is happening here?
People are going to be like, you sell out being sponsored by a monster. Like, no, I'm not. Don't ever say that.
Speaking of sponsors, so you guys actually sponsored this International Squad Knockout tournament here, from what I understand, with prizes like T-shirts, dog tags, and even squad game keys.
It's possible. I'd say we had a little hand in it, I suppose. sticking our dirty little fingers in there.
Well,
just a little something.
It's fantastic. I guess the guys and the gals and everybody involved definitely want to thank Offworld Industries for their support of all types of play for the Game Squad. And it looks like we are live here for this match.
My.
So this is it. This is it.
I'm scared. Hold me, Johnny.
I know. I'm too.
Hold me.
I am too.
Will you tell me a bedtime story?
Well, once upon a time, there were two mighty warriors. One was named FFO, and the other was named Fortis.
Daddy, what does FFO mean? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, when a defensive point and an offensive point love each other very much,
they kill each other.
That's right. They just kill each other.
Okay. Are we going? I'm on the.
You know what?
The dudes with the masks.
We'll just stay with them. We'll just stay with Fortis because we're actually on their home turf right now. So we'll be on whatever home turf they're on. And
fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and create my squad then.
Yep.
I did that incorrectly.
Whoopsie daisy.
That's okay. It's not like I helped develop this game or anything. It's fine. Whatever. Do you think they'd be mad if I put ref on here?
Oh, who knows?
Like, wait a minute.
Who is this guy?
This isn't correct.
So I'm gonna wait to go into admin cam until the match officially starts. There's a minor bug that will kick us out of admin cam before we start. So we're just gonna wait that.
So I've heard.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Apologies. Over.
No
over
worries.
Here.
I just don't want to start it. I don't want anyone to be like, Johnny, why aren't you doing anything right now?
I'll take the North Lodgy.
So we can listen here as Fortis is talking on that squad comms. Let's just double check everything's working. Okay, good, beautiful, and very exciting.
Apparently, mine's not. What's going on here?
Let's have to wait a sec.
Oh, this is.
So we see a lot of marks here on the map already. Well, we're going to see actually both teams' marks, I believe.
Oh, no.
Let me go first.
There we go. Beautiful.
Wonderful.
I have everything running.
It is a magnificent. Fortis here moving out. Beautiful start for Fortis as they move for storage site. We can see with this new version of Squad, the admin cam's gotten a lot of love. And we can see both teams on the map now with FFO in red and Fortis in blue. The Logi going in with Fortis Alpha. They have clipped a tree.
I hit a tree. Just keep going.
Apparently they are aware of this, Johnny.
They have
in fact, clipped a tree.
That is a accurate statement. FFO getting on the point of storage. So early rushes here. Oh my gosh, this is electric. Painus here.
Crow's in the center of the gap.
Fortis goes down Painus.
There's contacts on the west side with you, Alpha.
Great brevity.
Well, something that's always been very important in Squad as far as communication concerned, just like in real life, from my experience in the military. You always want your comms to be quick, clear, and concise.
Fortis absolutely doing that. Yep, Fortis absolutely doing that.
So apparently 2 squads have already come in contact within extremely close range, and they're currently desperately fighting over this piece of territory to the west, the storage site.
The West Hills.
And do you hear that? They already have mortars going.
That's right. Mortars already.
They already have mortars going. Who are they targeting, though?
Let's take a look here.
Supplied fleet.
And that's got to be Fortis on those mortars.
It does appear that they're actively engaging. In fact, I think that's even their rally points that they have currently locked in as a target, and they are engaging the rally point.
Holy cow. So I'm going to update.
There is a member nearby.
East building, flip.
Rail Docks is owned by United States. Railroad Village, Rail Docks and Railroad Village owned by Militia.
You want it in the east building? Oh, no. No. Put it. How you guys looking in storage?
And being in the close proximity that both these teams are from the starting points, I imagine that this is going to be a fun-filled match of mortars and grenades. Lots and lots of mortars. And that would be an RPG from what looks like this one. Probably not him then. He just got taken out.
FFO, yeah, basically still inside here. We see FFO Bithgets, Can Do Crayon, Selly Cell, Kiwi. But then Fortis, these comms are off the chain. Alpha, Blacktastic, Painus moving right back in. Fortis.
Looks like Fortis did a little bit of preparatory work on the east side complex at storage site, trying to get FFO to either get inside or die so they can go ahead and start clearing.
Yep, here they are pushing in. Let's get in nice and close with Painus, Floop, Blacktastic, Nox. Smoke's going out. Christoph at the stump.
Looks like they actually brought one of their Humvees up to storage site. FFO did. I'm not entirely sure what their intentions there were, but I suppose they were trying to use it as machine gun position.
It's still alive.
There was a driver in it. Yes, there was a driver in it from FFO, but he got out. I'm assuming to help his squad out inside the west storage facility.
These mortars are game changer so early in the game here. Currently 537 tickets for the militia, 485 for the United States. And United States Army neutralizing storage site. They have captured Nelrim Village. And then Castle also capped by militia. A lot of close quarters combat here on storage site, which is the cap of caps.
Did not appear to take very long for them to go ahead and start getting in contact. I think both teams
that was so quick.
Have a similar idea to immediately go to storage site, which on this map is pretty typical considering it is the focal point. It is the middle point and the most important. It also comes with that additional bleed that everybody's going to be seeking. And it's not a whole lot because there's only one, but it will provide an edge. Over time, that could be whole squads with the tickets. They're essentially gaining by having that.
So the longer you have that middle point,
losing storage,
the better. They're calling their losing storage. FFO pushing out on both sides. Great Destroyer DT, Baser Layers, I Love Your Backpack, Shot B, going up against Fortis, Wall Lock, Swastik, Teflon Don. These guys have the tickets.
Now, is this a Fortis hab that is currently pretty much taking their own motor fire? I'm assuming they're calling it a danger close mission on this FFO squad in the hills to their south of their hab. This is no more than 50 meters or less, which is pretty intense. Danger close for 81s is usually called in around 200 to 300 meters, and they're dropping these things 50 meters away from their own position. They must be feeling the pressure from FFO right now.
The very definition of danger close, absolutely. They're calling
that's pretty much a broken arrow.
Yeah, you just heard them call hold mortars. FFO Bithgets getting eyes on this particular fob. United States Army with the storage site capture. Now, might bite them in the butt here because of the fact that now that United States owns this point, if they lose it, they are going to get a huge ticket deficit when they lose it, or if they lose it.
Correct. So especially if they're not able to hold it long enough for that bleed to actually accumulate enough, then it'll be all for naught because they'll actually end up losing more than they ever gain in the bleed. So they need to really hunker down right now and make sure that they clear that hab. If they leave that up, it's going to cause major issues for FFO, and this could end up being bad for them. Sometimes this is a call that teams will often make where they won't even cap an objective strategically for that reason.
Right.
They're hoping for an opportunity where they know it'll be safe.
Yep.
And they know they can hold it for a while. They'll actually not cap points to make sure they don't get that massive ticket loss if they lose it.
Short ass here, taking shots. Floop just going down.
Is that really his name?
His name's Short Ass. Hey, you know it. They got great names. They got great names.
Inside hard.
All right, and the delay worked. Hooray! All right, I feel good. We're gonna close that now. So we're going live now.
And they can just run on.
We see it on Twitch, and things feel good. Fortis pushed off of that east side now. Let's actually get south.
We need smoke screen.
Looking to the south.
Humvee
I'm going to stay over here, over by Force fob that they have up over here with the hab. It is not looking good for them at all right now. We currently have... Ooh, not good. Looks like Chicken just tried to spawn... Or sorry, Chicken. Tried to spawn in a Fortis, tried to spawn in on his hab, and we currently have Sniper Yan.
Sniper Yan.
Sniper Yan is currently holding down the enemy hab as we speak. Looks
Alpha
like
takes him down.
Oh,
yeah, great job for Alpha. Opening that up, getting him back in the game. 486 now to 454.
Looks like Fortis is in fact starting to clear out the FFO that we're trying to surround their hab. That is an extremely bold fob that they decide to put down, but when you have an organized unit like this, it does make it a lot easier to go ahead and defend that position, and which is interesting because in the past this normally would not be a thing. People would not be building bases to be in such close proximity to objectives and then defend them. And I think that in competition at least we're starting to realize that they need more immediate team spawns near the objective. So I find this very interesting to see.
Well, and we also want to take just a second here as we see this just a great work here. We want to recognize some great work that happened previously on International Squad Knockout Tournament. That's Running Ducks, who we wish could be here with us tonight, but unfortunately unable to do so due to scheduling conflict. But everybody, let's see a quack quack in chat for the Running Ducks. Thanks for all your hard work this season, Ducks.
He's been pretty fantastic. Is actually one of the other developers came to us a while back about him, and once we actually started getting more dedicated resources to the partner program, was able to actually check him out, and he's been doing nothing but phenomenal. So we actually ended up making him an official partner as well.
That's amazing.
Been really cool to see. It's been really cool to see a lot of his work.
Well earned. He's well deserved.
Exactly. And he's been pivotal as one of the shoutcasters, one of the main shoutcasters for the ISKT match. That's pretty great.
Those mortars doing a lot of work on those West Hills. Sweeping off. Oh, wow. Another huge push by FFO. This wave of red moving in towards Chicken. Chicken! 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 Chicken!
This does not look good for Fortis.
Kermit and... Wow! I don't think I've ever seen FFO work like this in a fire team, sweeping up in just a wave of bullets. And now...
Well, I don't know if you saw earlier, but FFO actually had a base of fire up in the hills to the west that even whenever Fortis cleared their hab, they still had to deal with this western unit, and that allowed FFO to just come off the storage site and pretty much end Fortis's strong point there.
And Russ, I gotta have to interrupt you here. That was FFO taking down the hab, taking down the fob in an incredible maneuver, like a pencil sharpener, just grinding it down. Taking the tickets down to 443 to 431. This is a game. This is a finals game, and I'm feeling it right now, baby. This is incredible.
What's incredible, you just said it, the ticket cost right now, they have storage site. FFO has storage site. They just had their fob taken down, but they're still only 7 points off from each other.
Incredible.
How is that possible?
Incredible.
How is that possible? Fortis must be really doing a number on FFO, regardless of having storage site, having their fob taken down. They must be putting some serious hurt on them. In fact, they're closing the gap as we speak still.
Indeed,
only
they are.
5 tickets away.
Panis,
4 tickets away.
Wall Lock, Blacktastic, Floop. Here, Swastik getting down another rally, or they're spawning at the rally here. They've got a rally still in play near storage site.
Oh, there it is. It most certainly is, and they have no clue that it's there.
So
well,
Chris,
it's interesting earlier.
Oh, yep.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, Christoph on chat calling out the Crows, and they took out the Crows Humvee. Crows Humvee goes down.
That fob is not safe. They're very close to the east of it.
So new
Should
fob.
be easy for the supply to come in. The fob's pretty.
New fob is down. New angle of attack.
Are we sitting castle? They're coming in west of the castle on Teflon.
Well, I mean, this is pretty much smart on their part as far as trying to get a new base set up in a different direction. It's a little bit of unpredictability, and also they know that they've been focusing a lot of their forces on the west side, so they're assuming that they should have a bit of an opportunity on the east side. Unfortunately, it looks like FFO is already onto Fortis' trickery, and they're going to have none of it. They're already in the process of assaulting this new base.
There they go. Asard Castle, Icarus.
Hab going now.
Roger.
I think they have supplied the Hab. Or sorry, they supplied the fob, so there's a Hab going down. Squad 4 here has got the framework down. They just need shovels in order to get this dug.
Well, unfortunately, they're being heavily pressured by FFO right now from the south, and seems like they're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yeah, it's going on.
We've got a lot of action all over. Oh no! Swastik taken down by a perfect grenade by FFO Key. Swastik trying to get shovels on that new Hab, and it's unable to do so.
Oh, but Floop was having none of that grenade business and completely took out Key.
Floop versus Scarface. Now, Floop in an interesting position here. He's the only one near the Hab, but as a squad lead, he does not have a shovel. It's where that teamwork comes in, where he can place down the structures, but he needs the rest of his team in order to dig that down. Magnum 120 taken down from Floop.
Unfortunately, it looks like Spooky from FFO was a little bit taken back by the fact that Floop was running the M4 variant for the militia and didn't notice that he was lying no more than 6 feet away firing on his own friendlies, and he ends up getting taken out. Now it looks like
that militia faction, Ross, is my favorite faction in the game, just due to that thing you just talked about, that M4 variant gives them a little bit. They're the sneaky faction. They are a lot or a little.
They are the ninjas.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
They're the ninjas.
They have black masks. I mean, what do you expect?
They do.
It's almost like
copy, Drummond, and move up.
It's almost like that was thought of beforehand.
It's like some sort of great game designer or something. I don't even know.
It's so weird that, like, why do militia have M4s? You know, I mean, isn't that supposed to be a U.S. thing?
Yeah. So the Hab goes up now that the storage site can maintain the attack, but I'm going to fly up north where we've been missing this contact here, where it looks like Fortis is the victor versus FFO as they try to move on to Castle. Unsuccessful. We see Ice Cream OP and some great... Look at this politeness. This is New Zealand. This is Australia. These are good manners. Chakan, along with Sleek, saying thanks for getting me up. Kermit moving over here. And these guys are pushing.
So every time you see Chakan, it's going to be Chakan!
Chakan! Yes. That's it for the rest of the match. Chakan!
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 And Chakan goes down.
And Chakan! So 398 to 391. Fortis just, wow, really doing work. This is a super close game. Fortis currently in the lead now by 8 tickets. This is neck and neck.
And that is with FFO still holding on to storage.
The ticket bleed is,
has not been enough to combat Fortis' tenacity in battle. Apparently, Fortis is just completely annihilating elements of FFO all over the place. And you know, I'm almost wondering if a lot of it is actually due to their base defense, because they're running into full squads right outside their Hab and then getting annihilated, and then a full, like 1 or 2 full Fortis squads will just spawn in. and prepare for the next counterattack. So it's definitely interesting
That's the hab looking.
how well Fortis is keeping up.
It's confirmed.
I got to tell you, there was a Fortis sneaky scout that almost blew up I Love Your Backpack, but Fisticuffs spots the anti-tank mine down here, digs it up, and allows the Logi Master himself, I Love Your Backpack, to traverse safely between his main and Nelrim Village. Very good teamwork from FFO.
Get another fob up.
Wait, are you telling me that there was actually a rear Fortis element that mined their supply line?
I think there was the one scout. There was a mine there. They dug it up, and it was right there.
I see his body.
Yeah,
his body was right there, which means there was probably an IED nearby as well. So that's amazing teamwork there. That's fantastic. Sweeping the road. I'm assuming that was some pretty good intuition on their part, knowing that why else would there be a Fortis, or one random Fortis person in their back line?
Oh my gosh, and that smile and wave here, squad 2, squad lead, they have snuck around, and they have a fob and a hab back here. Faroost, Koala, and Mala, I believe. They are going to change the direction here. Way south on Nelrim Village, where we're about to see the game change, where FFO's on storage. They're focusing to the north, but they're going to get a whole new wave of attackers to the south. It's going to be an FFO sandwich.
What in the world are they doing back here? That is pretty intense.
Yeah, this is going to really change the direction. FFO really focused to the north. We're going to see some Fortis pressure to the south.
So we might actually be seeing some pretty... So far, this entire match, Fortis has just been all about those ninja tactics.
One
Definitely
ticket
playing
ninjas.
Into militias.
One ticket. So currently 378 to 377. This is the finals you've been waiting for. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. One ticket difference. Currently about 19 minutes into the game. And this has been an action-packed. I don't even know where to go. Ross, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It is absolutely everywhere. And then you have Fortis just trying to pull all of these crazy backline maneuvers, doing some deep black ops behind enemy lines, putting down fobs, sending out scouts, disrupting supply lines, all on this really small and intense map. How they're able to get by anybody with any of this stuff is definitely beyond me. They must be doing some pretty intense spec ops over here.
These maps, this is the merged map between both factions, so I think we're seeing double markers or markers on both sides. And this is how you communicate. This is a great use of the map. If you want to do anything to improve your game as a squad leader, use that map. Use those callouts.
North or northwest?
369 to 369. Oh my God, this is just incredible. Just incredible. 368, 368. This is oh my God.
How are they even staying on top of each other? Like, are they just exchanging one for one?
It must
every
be
every single engagement.
And the medics here. Here's Blacktastic getting up the king. Hail to the king. Blacktastic laying his hands on him. And these medics doing absolute work. 23 revives for Fortis versus 22 revives for FFO.
Oh my lord!
Oh,
they even have the same skilled medic. Either team, they're neck and neck, just reviving each other.
That's one revive a minute. One revive a minute.
I've got people close enough to phase back. I'm ready.
Coordination involved to be able to get those kind of numbers this early on and that consistently.
Yeah,
it's got to be pretty intense. And I'm not even seeing like a ton of smoke use either.
No,
these guys are just covering. I mean, it's pure covering fire and suppression to get these guys up, to get their buddies up.
Incredible.
Which is fantastic.
Incredible.
I've got Rin out there to the west. He doesn't see anything.
So FFO, they've got a couple, what I call them, canaries in the coal mine here. Tucci and Celicel staying actually on the point proper, the cap zone. On the point here, I'm going to try to get my cap zone indicator on. It kind of hits or misses sometimes. But so they're staying on point, and then the rest of FFO is sweeping around, and it looks like they're losing steam.
Crosshair mark.
Which maybe
now,
a fob was taken.
Trying to pull some puns here?
Oh,
are these some canaries in the coal mine and the storage site is full of coal?
That's true.
What kind of trick are you trying to pull?
I may have accidentally punned myself to death here. It is Father's Day tomorrow, so you know you gotta have those dad jokes.
and it's your birthday.
There you go.
You can party if you
I'll
can cry
take
if you
it.
want to. You can
That's
party if
right.
you want
That's
to.
right. These mortars are going to be making FFO cry, though. I'll tell you that, because they are right on top of the fob.
Oh my! Looks like Fortis has FFO's fob zeroed in. It looks like they've already taken out at least. Well, it looks like we have one person down. He's just gone. More and more is coming in from Fortis on top of that. And in fact, I think that's just a rally point that they have zeroed in already. Or is that an actual fob? No, that is a fob.
Yep.
They don't. Yes.
So
it looks like they're getting close to zeroing in on that hab.
Very interesting meta that's happened on the competitive scene here for the change with the fobs. Used to be the spawn point. Now we've got habs, the HESCO assisted bunker. And what has happened now is you see these radios placed in the open so that you can clean guys off it. If there's someone going to attack your fob, you want it in the open so that people can just shoot you from far away if you're going for it. So very interesting tactics change there.
Something that's relatively new to squad, we used to be that the spawn point was on the radio itself.
Exactly.
And that came with a whole plethora of its own types of tactics and strategies.
Yeah, the sneaky fob.
The sneaky fob, but now that we have the hab, we're seeing a whole new level of tactics and strategies and meta, as it's called in the gaming world these days, to better protect their spawn points. It's very interesting.
Contacts moving close to castle.
And it does act as a temporary mortar bunker, as we're seeing right now, as Fortis continues to hammer.
Yeah, they're just hitting that nonstop.
Yeah, I know.
Great comms from the team here. I apologize, I'm talking over them. I'm so excited.
North.
Putting much pressure on the flag. Just gonna play it ready to rotate castle.
There's an ammo crate right here if you want to switch kit.
Great comms.
Want me to pull up to castle?
Just get ready. Yep, they're on castle.
It's so amazing. You used to need Ventrilo. You used to need TeamSpeak. You used to need Skype to do this level of coordination that is just base in-game of squad.
And it's fantastic to hear the fact that they don't need it. I mean, this is a competitive match. If there's any other reason to use third-party comms to be for this, and they have no need to.
Right.
So
They're
glad
using
that we were able to provide such a
the local
phenomenal system.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of my favorite things of the game here, Ross. Very interesting here. A couple of little fire team. I just want to point these guys out here. Ice Cream OP, Nox, and Alpha. This three-man team could be a sneaky fob squad. Not too sure. ARI, thanks for your follow.
So I don't know if you've actually been listening to the comms over here at Castle, but it actually looks like Fortis was allowing FFO to get comfortable on the cap point, and they're currently setting up an ambush for Castle.
Oh my gosh, they got mortars on Castle. That's brilliant. There's barely any cover. This is oh wow, they are using Castle as bait. I've never seen this happen.
They're literally talking about it right now. They're using Castle as bait.
There's no safe spot here. Can do Cran out in the open.
Leave a couple of guys covering that.
Looks like there's already 2 guys down. In fact, they might not even need the mortars anymore at this point. Looks like their ambush ended up taking out majority of FFO.
That is brilliant. I think it's gonna. Well, so far the tickets they do need to shore it up. These sneaky tactics might be.
They just supplied a fob northwestern side.
Fortis is definitely been one of the more creative and inventive teams that I have seen in my career as a squad developer. That is for sure. And it looks like Teflon Don just walked right past.
True to his name. Squeaky clean. Nothing sticks to the Don.
Oh, no.
They're not capping castle.
Completely walks right on top of him.
Can do Cran.
Looks like he did find a little hidey hole.
Yeah, he's very lucky. Can do Cran succeeding. I'm pretty sure every bullet hit him, but he's just the Teflon Don, so they just kind of nothing sticks to him.
Second wave.
That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke.
And right now, Can Do Crayon is definitely doing. Can Do Crayon says, "I will not give up Castle. FFO will rule this castle."
Okay, my guys is down.
Don Vicent, thanks for the follow.
Defensive pressure down at that hub.
So it's still very interesting. This is brilliant beyond brilliant. Castle Actually, this is kind of funny. We were always saying, somebody said, when is a castle not built on top of a hill? And this would be why this is a ruins of castle, because it didn't do so hot. But
it was not strategically placed
that's
by
right.
the previous owners of this land.
That's the old castle.
Lesson learned. Everybody currently watching, if you're planning on developing a castle for defense, do not put it inside.
Don't put it at the bottom of the hill.
Especially in today's warfare, you might get mortared.
Very true. Looks like
overrun.
FFO does have a fob. This is juicy for them. And here's Fortis Mala. I think they've got eyes on this point.
South of castle.
It's out in the open. You might be able to.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like they're talking about that right now.
Yeah, they see that.
Do you want me to regain up on castle or hit up south?
Yeah, reset on castle. Reset on castle.
This is
now.
brilliant.
What do you think they mean by reset on castle?
What is
their plan there?
That's a good question. That sounds like.
Located enemy FOB. Mile's on.
So I
think they might be privy to enemy presence on castle when they thought it was cleared. The only thing they realized that Can-Do never left.
He's still there on the point. Can-Do Cran.
Still there. He was able to hide that entire assault, and I think Fortis, to their credit, for the most part, was correct. FFO was cleared off the point, but I think it's now biting them in the butt, even with their spectacular baiting tactic.
So this is where it's going to change here. 253 to 329. The ticket bleed is happening. And FFO is actually back on castle. Maybe that's what they were talking for reset. Unless they're talking about reset the mortars.
Nice.
But they are digging.
They might have been calling for the mortars to reset. It's possible.
Oh, Mala. Oh, this is the way you do it. If you could see Mala dig down this hab, this is the smartest way to dig down a hab. He's able to get up and jump on top of the hab, and he's going to be able to get some shovels here and stop the spawning from happening. If these guys, they're going to have to work hard to try to get him on top here. And he did it solo.
I will admit, I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is going to have to be a future consideration for players when they place on habs. Try and make it to where you cannot jump on top.
Yep.
Because they would have no idea he was there.
That's right. That's right. Because you see the shovel and you just run around the hab like, I don't see him. I don't see him. He's on top. Dig it. He's in your house. Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
He's up in your attic.
That's right. He's up in your attic. FFO here now. Oh, Can-Do Cran. Finally. Oh, they did it. The trap has been snared.
They are enacting their
That's
plan.
3.
He goes down. Kiwi's running for his life.
Yeah, Moose is down.
Is hiding.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Kiwi down. These are incredible.
As if the first one wasn't enough.
Wow.
Another one lands right on top of Kiwi.
That was a clear wipe. Everybody but Sniper Yan, I should say. So not a total clear wipe, but Sniper Yan being real smart, staying on the outside. This is where maybe that two-prong approach where they've got the mortars hitting castle proper where you normally see that defense, but then Sniper Yan, he's moving outside of the capture zone now.
Mortar castle.
I'm wondering if FFO is currently calling back to Sniper Yan to just go ahead and just abandon that position so they don't end up losing another ticket to that. But right now, it looks like FFO is pretty far in the lead at this point. It took them a very long time to grind down to it, but I think they're finally storage ticket bleed is finally starting to catch up to Fortis here.
They are closing the gap a little bit. It's not as bad as it was previously. 235 now to 311. But I think that these guys have what it takes. Can-Do Cran, Lieutenant Moose, and Celicel all going back in.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me. I'll get it.
Sniper Yan back on point. So Sniper pulled off for a second.
I don't think we caught the fact that they were able to get their hat back up. He was not.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I totally didn't.
Oh, they did.
That's right. So this is the thing. There is a very tough decision to make for fobs and habs right now. So, like, what we start to see is they don't want to dig it all the way down because then they can place another hab if there's other resources. So they can place it in the radius. Versus if you dig it to tier 1 or stage 1 instead of a full stage 2 complete hab, they have to get back to the hab, so you kind of can bait them again because they can't put down another hab. So,
but as we see here, It might not have been the right call in
Right.
this specific situation.
Right.
Fortis has no support.
But they got a
They have
GL
no
up
counterattack
top
for
side
it.
of Castle.
And now FFO is just pouring in
Yep.
to Castle.
I
So it's very
don't
unfortunate.
like doing that.
One manning.
Yeah.
One manning one manning to half built stay probably was not the best decision in this particular moment. But
I like to
they took
take
a
it out.
risk.
I like to take it
They're
out.
paying for it.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
just a team's choice. And,
Right,
you know,
right.
They rolled the dice, and this is the hand they were dealt.
Exactly.
Snake eyes.
Yes,
They got
that's right.
snake eyes.
That's right. Snake eyes. Chicken. I got
What is Chicken doing these days?
Chicken. That's right.
What is she up to?
That's a good question.
Are they on our
Wall
borders?
lock here. Wow, and you know what? FFO pulled off point. Castle is neutralized. Oh, that's smart. So you only need one person to neutralize. So they just left Kiwi there. So storage site. Castle is currently neutral. So let's represent that.
Castle, we're stopping it though.
Nice, well done.
APOC coming back on. FFO coming back onto Castle. 220
Looks like
to 294.
Kiwi's solo stay was short-lived as Fortis recognized what was going on. and
Yep.
decided to
Right
get
on
back
the
to
hill.
gap point. Sounds like Fortis is actively calling for it in communicate
Oh.
squad
Well
comms
done,
right
well
now.
Well done, guys.
We're digging the south.
Teflon Don again, true to his name. Grenade lands almost right on top of him. He gets to his corner. And now he's getting up his squad lead with Kiwi right above him. He's shooting fully auto.
Well done.
Looks like Kiwi's actually might know. I thought he was privy to Teflon Don's position, but he's actually actively engaging.
Floop
Fortis.
with the grenade.
I take that back. Kiwi absolutely knew where they were.
Oh,
He completely
oh,
went
there
to
he is.
wild.
I just missed that. Oh, the
Teflon
Kiwi
Don,
epic.
not so clean
We need
anymore.
more. We
He's
need
looking
more.
pretty bloody at the moment as he's bent over backwards in the corner. And sounds like FFO takes Castle. This is
Wow.
Thank you, boys.
things
You're
are
up. Go
quickly
straight to
deteriorating for Fortis at this point.
170 to 283. That is a 100 ticket now difference. Fortis not.
They're backcapping right now.
Oh, they're backcapping right now. Let's take a look. They say they're backcapping. Oh, they are. Oh, no. This could spell disaster for Fortis. I believe
Are they
this.
really on
They
railroad
are. They
already?
are. And I'm not too sure. FFO Viper, thanks for the follow. I'm not sure if the quick cap is in effect for this last point. We'll see.
It will be. It
Okay.
should.
If we can come
Okay.
back,
Unless there's an issue, this will
could
be
get
a quick
storage back.
cap. This will
If
be
they're not
very
capping.
unfortunate for
Yeah.
Fortis if this occurs.
Are you
Fortis
capping it
does have a
Negative.
tab to the north, but it is
We got-
not going to be close enough considering FFO has a base directly on the
Yep.
point.
Yep.
We just got a Humvee down.
So the thing that's
We're capping.
resilience. Thanks for your follow. The thing with this quick cap at the end here, it really puts the pressures on because it takes 2 minutes to neutralize
They're on
a normal point and 2 minutes to capture versus
We'll get
60
into a double
seconds to
neutral.
neutralize a quick cap point.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just double damage when you're at that last point here. The United States Army now neutralizing Railroad Village. What they got to do now is just shore
We
up
got their
those
logic, we
tickets
got their logic.
so that if they can win the next game, they can still win it
If we can get
if
Railroad
they have
back, we can
enough
also get Castle and
enough
then
tickets.
I'm gonna
But then also, if they can capture all this back, that's going to be a wallop of a ticket hit for United States, which is
You're right to
FFO.
hold that. I'm gonna move back.
Fortis
And
not
if
out.
Anybody is going to be able to do that.
Oh,
it's
yes.
going to be Fortis. They
Absolutely.
have shown nothing but courage, tenacity, and very creative and inventive tactics. So their ability, if they have the ability to wipe FFO off Railroad right now, they potentially could come out of this, and it will allow them to cap the flag back just as fast, which means a huge ticket hit for FFO. But they're really going to have to jump on this right now.
Yeah,
If
which-
they do not react right now,
We're
it's
too scattered.
not
guys.
going to be good.
They capped us.
Yeah.
So that's a
And-
cap.
Moving in.
And
There's-
that also means that Fortis is taking a ticket loss for that one on top of the bleeds that are coming off these flags.
So that's 110 to 263. But again, if these guys can get back on the point, Teflon Don moving in, Rin moving in, Alpha from the south. Major game from the south here.
I think at this point,
We need to put everyone on railroad.
We need to put everyone on Railroad Village, says
I'm
Floop.
moving now. They don't have a logi there.
Alpha, though,
what we've been talking about.
You know what? Alpha's going to be coming in right on top of this hab down here, so he might be able to. There's 20 tickets right there if they can take this fob and hab.
And just bringing down their tickets, it's not worth trying to increase the bleed.
And they know. Listen to this strategy. Brilliant. They know the game inside and out.
So can you explain exactly what their strategy is currently? What exactly is
So,
Fortis
sorry,
planning on doing
what they
here?
were just saying was it's not worth getting the bleed back. We just have to shorten the tickets. So they were talking about, what I caught out of their squad lead talk was we just got to focus on bringing tickets down.
So essentially they're going to be working on making sure that they get down.
Get every ticket they can. Yep.
And kills and vehicle destruction.
So
yeah.
So Alpha, Ash Ketchum, and Kermit here, they're going to want to work real hard.
Oh no. Chicken and his squad over here is currently on FFO's fob. Unfortunately, I did not realize that there is a rear FF element key with an LNG actively engaging their squad.
Oh, wow. He is down, though. He is down now.
He does go down. Did catch it. So
they are digging that fob. Yeah, that one rocket would have really ended these guys' day here.
Fortis does.
And there it is. There it is. 20 tickets. So they're working on it. They're also going to want to take down this Humvee here if they can, just to shore up tickets, as many as they can get.
That Humvee alone is close to a full squad's worth of kills, so it might be prudent to go ahead and work on that as well. But they might not have the tools necessary at the moment.
It's very
maybe
close.
There's a
the Humvee should be around about 6 tickets or so for that particular Humvee.
So their fob and hab is
now Ash Ketchum all is over here wiping an entire FFO squad.
Wow!
Put down a rally point.
Ash is bleeding. Is he going to just keep killing? Takes down Candu Cran, but the GL from Moose. Point blank GL. FFO has got those GLs on lock.
He noticed he backed up all the way in the corner and then hit the other wall of the other building to ensure that he got that minimum 10-meter range.
Oh, that's smart.
I think that's extremely precision thinking he had there as a grenadier.
Fortis now on top of Railroad Village, and I believe they are neutralizing. They are indeed neutralizing. 67 to 231. If they cap this all the way back, that is a quick cap for them as well. So it's not just the quick cap for the attacker, also the defender.
Correct. Which is going to be a pretty big ticket hit for FFO.
Yeah.
It'll at least get them much closer.
And there's also a little ticket boost. So Militia Force is now neutralizing Railroad Village. Let's make that neutral. Currently 63 to 231. You can take a look in the upper right-hand corner of your screen for the ticket.
We need to get rid of that castle fob as quick as possible because they're going to reconsolidate on defense.
Yep. They're already moving people.
I wish I had a chance to take a look at who the mortar crews were this game, because holy cow.
We're going to do a wide flank to that.
I actually have not been able to pinpoint them. I'm assuming it's over here at this base, but I don't see anybody on it currently, so I don't know if they are reallocating their mortar squad currently, because the mortars have gone silent. And yes, there is a mortar position at this rear northern fob for Fortis. They are currently unmanned. So I think they are putting all hands on deck to take out the base west of Castle, as they called out, trying to prevent FFO from reconsolidating on Castle, which would be a good idea, but I don't see any Fortis over there right now, so I'm not sure if their plan that they are actively voicing is actually going to play out.
We got some tickets, 70 ticket.
Also, a shout out to Siege Heart, who's he's our favorite. Used to be Beam, is now Mixer. So shout out to Siege Heart. And thanks for the follows here, guys. And then do we have Militia has Railroad back. Beautiful job, Militia. Great job, Fortis. 62 to 185. So, man, this could really turn around. Let's take a look at what's happening at Castle to see where we're at.
Flip, I'm going back to Railroad to...
Sword staying down here. Tucci getting on point here. Tucci Meng. APOC here on the point. I love your backpack. Ace Hardcastle. Icarus moving in. Great Destroyer DT on the outside. And still that fob, Ross, you were talking about earlier, that one that they didn't dig down. Still there.
and they're fully aware of it, as we were discussing earlier.
That's right.
They made a call to take it out. They had one scout, but he couldn't get it. Unfortunately, it looks like the Great Destroyer DT went ahead and took that out.
Alpha, we've got a huge group of guys coming in from the south.
There doesn't appear to be any Fortis nearby, unfortunately.
Oh, so FFO doing another wave against Railroad Village. They say, no, we're not letting this go without a fight.
And that would be the right call. They need to put pressure on that last cap. They know that they're probably very low on tickets, or at least they're hurting pretty bad. And it looks like the mortar team for Fortis is back online and continuing to engage. Probably going to be targeting.
Yeah, they're probably just running off rail docks.
Actually, no. I thought they were going to target the guys at Railroad, but they're in fact engaging Castle. Looks like the mortars are trying to wipe off FFO at Castle, so that way a couple of the Fortis, fire team and Fortis members can go ahead and take it back before FFO can mount a counteroffensive on Railroad.
They're all over the south side of Railroad. Yeah, copy. I'm moving in. They're on the east now.
Looks like FFO went ahead and put themselves back in the same building that they got wiped out before on Railroad, which Fortis, of course, as we can hear on comms, are clearly aware of, and are now proceeding to go on a clearing mission. They're kind of inofficial.
Wow.
Oh, there goes the grenade.
Great job.
Now, this is interesting. There are only 34 tickets left, and they are actively driving a BRDM on the east side of Railroad. I'm not really sure what their intention is with this. They're just going ahead and saying, screw it, we're going to take the risk.
Oh, yeah, look at that. So that's Fortis Devar here getting behind Bowman.
And I don't think he has any idea that Bowman is
no, he has the
and he's a lat gunner on top.
Yeah.
The worst person you could be by.
Yes, not a good position.
In fact,
29 ticket.
Biscuits is also a lat gunner.
Double
with
lat.
him.
Double lat. Here they go. Devar is stuck on this.
Not going to be
one.
good.
Oh!
Neutralized.
The BRDM is now on fire. He is stuck on a high stone wall, and this is not going to end well.
We need that mortar suppression.
Out of supplies. No logic.
He has himself completely wedged between the tree and the stone wall. That is unfortunate.
He's still alive, but they're just. Oh my gosh.
Railroad.
And it looks like there was also a technical that was on the main road, on the road next to the railroad, that Key went ahead and took out. So they just lost additional tickets for that.
70 ticket.
90%.
They got no one on their defense.
So I'm just watching Devar because if he goes down, that's damn near the game here. But also, actually, if Railroad Village is totally capped, that should be it as well.
They're about to
With 12 tickets.
Now, if you saw over here, just a little. Oh,
there it is.
There it is.
So they actually got that ticket bump at the very end. By capping that last point, they changed it that tickets remaining were 170 or right around there. And they got a bump of tickets right at the end. So for capping that point and making that the victory condition.
Wait, is it 194 or 190? It's
exactly.
It's like -4. It's 190, right?
Okay, so that's
Pretty
weird.
sure it's 194.
I don't know why
It's
negative
supposed to be
tickets.
190. The negative is because we went under
We just
0.
lost.
Yeah, they went under 0. So that would have. So sorry, what they're talking about there is that negative number for this match. They died after the score screen, I think, came up. So that's why the tickets. Is that right there, Ross? That -4 versus 190. So they just need 190, I would expect.
Correct.
Okay.
It went -4 because they actually lost an additional amount of tickets there. Normally, it should just automatically zero out and just display 0. It should go into negative numbers, but
okay, so it should just be 0.
Sometimes server-side things just do server-side things.
Sure. Well, we'll make sure that the game, how the game's supposed to be made. Well, we'll obviously leave it to the ISTK judges for the official word on all that stuff. But
and the The officials are always, of course, welcome to contact us too if they want to clarify what the actual intention of that was to be, because they could actually go for the straight ticket count, or they could just go ahead and zero it out. That would be their call, obviously. But
all right, we are going to actually disconnect from this server, and we are going to go over to. We were playing on an Australian server, and so I'm going to write down 190. We're going to remember 190. Here, I'm going to just put this to some random Discord I have open. Now has, I think it's you, Ross. I think I just sent you 190 there. So we're just going to go back to our custom server. So we're going to look for the other international squad knockout tournament server in the United States. It will be on FFO's home turf of North America. 190, though, I think these guys can do it. I mean, with the faction difference, I still think Fortis did amazing work with that militia faction, and oh my gosh, it was neck and neck for the longest time.
it was incredibly neck and neck for a very long time, and that's with the U.S. holding on a storage site from pretty much the very beginning.
Right.
So that means that Fortis was just doing a fantastic job of not only killing, but also taking out their bases and getting those additional tickets from doing so. But I think at the end of the day, they made a bit of a mistake on getting that one-man hab only half built. He got taken out. They were able to rebuild it. Their ambush worked twice at Castle, Fortis' ambush. But unfortunately, with their hab being so close and not completely in their fob, not being completely taken out, they just kept spawning back. Fortis unfortunately redistributed their team to other locations, and FFO was just like, thanks for the castle, and walked in. And then from there, it just kind of snowballed in FFO's favor. So
I gotta say though, that the mortars on Castle, Sergeant Ross, have you ever seen anything like that before? Using Castle as bait, like that was like the highlight.
That was incredibly.
Wasn't that just amazing?
It was pretty funny because that. I mean, and anybody who was watching this, you can go back and listen. That was their actual intent. They had everybody on the outskirts prone, waiting for an ambush. They cleared them off once just by sheer firepower, and then the second time they let them back in and then mortared them all to death, which is very creative on their part. I don't think I've ever seen that, so pretty intense. There's a reason why these two teams are in the finals, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so incredible.
All right, so now I need to go ahead and find this second one.
Yep, it's just ISKT Dallas. Yep, that's the one. I
just wanted to make sure there was supposed to be a title other than that, if that was like a misprint or something.
I gotta thank whoever it is at Offworld Industries. My server browser is so much more responsive with this new version. So my hat's off to you, sir, and thank you very much for the work that you guys do. Because
it's all a team effort, man.
Yeah, that's great. Great.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yes.
It's always good to hear once in a while.
There we
go.
People
usually have no problem with giving us their feedback, both positive and negative, and we take it all in. So everybody loves the positive stuff, though, right?
That's right.
Isn't that right?
I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Please don't.
Okay.
Please don't.
I won't.
I
no longer.
I'm biased. I'm not a huge fan.
Oh,
not a huge fan.
Well, then have it your way.
Okay, I think I'm done for tonight.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and go offline here. It's like these puns, these dad jokes are killing me.
It's just too much. You can't handle.
Me.
The dad jokes are over 9,000. It's bad.
Too much. Well, see, you have a lot of experience with this. You actively practice.
I do.
You do practical application on a daily basis.
I indeed.
Which I do not. So
I indeed do.
You, sir, are my better. I would say that when it comes to dad jokes.
Well, I
will admit to that.
We do have the Max Cam, which we got to do some Max casting, which he found, actually, Sergeant Ross. He found that, I'm going to go over to it. He went inside all the vehicles, and he found that the steering wheels on some of these vehicles have smiley face. There it is. Max found this smiley face on the steering wheel. That's my 7-year-old son who's flying around.
Oh my!
I know it's pretty awesome. So
the max cam. I don't think I'm privy to this.
oh, they're great. They're great. If you like to not watch anything happening in squad and you just want to watch a 7-year-old learn how to shoutcast for the first time, they're a blast.
What better person to learn from, though, right?
Oh, hey, running duck. I would say.
Is it running duck?
Running duck would be the better one. Yes.
It's like, not you, Dad.
No, I don't want. You're boring.
Get out of here with that business. All right, I am also on Fortis side at the moment. Are we gonna switch?
Yes, we are going to switch.
Do you care?
So, no, we should. We need to be on the FFO side. Yep. So,
all right, I went ahead and switched as well. We're not live yet, though.
The match is not live. We are definitely still live on the Twitch.
I clarified.
Yes.
I clarified.
Yes.
On the Twitch.
So hopefully, I fixed this thing. I don't know why anything's doing anything. I don't know why. I don't know why there's sounds. Somebody said no more follow alert sounds, and I went in and I turned off all my follow alert sounds, and they're still happening. That's crazy.
So are you saying you're getting no text?
Yeah, that's right.
But you're getting the sounds.
Yes. Sound. I'm just
followers will never die.
No, never.
They will always. They're a tenacious group. They want to be heard.
That's right. They want to know.
They will not go down. They will not go
quietly
into the
night. We will survive.
Is it sweet night into that sweet night? I don't know.
We need to pull it up. We need to pull this up.
Do we need to pull it? Are you going to pull it up?
Independence Day.
This stream has to be historically accurate. Okay.
Independence Day.
It's a pivotal moment.
Speech
in American history.
It's true.
Where the aliens were about to take over the U.S.
It's true.
Real life, based on a true story. Am I right?
Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from all over the world. And you'll be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. That world should have a new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. You will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win this day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Completely applicable to this tournament.
Absolutely.
Right, I think that is the exact speech that the leader of Fortis is giving.
That's right.
Their team right now.
That's what's happening. It's happening.
I'm sure with a few modifications, though.
Right. More of, I think there's more sexy Australian accents.
Absolutely.
And New Zealand accents. Definitely.
And maybe instead of large amounts of aircraft, it's more like people walking around on their
leaks.
2 feet. But
leaks.
Whatever.
No aircraft. 3 weeks.
No aircraft. Well, I guess there has, in fact, been models shown of a Black Hawk. I don't know.
That's true.
Who knew?
Who
knew that was?
You speak truth.
Happens? I don't know what those crazy artists are doing over there. I mean, we were like, no air vehicles. Haven't you heard the community? They don't want to fly.
They don't want it.
They were like, we're gonna do it anyways. They were like, going against the production team. I see.
We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight.
Oh man, did he have to rhyme in that statement?
I don't know.
Does it add value? Does it add value? Maybe it does.
It totally does.
I kind of want to go into like a rap song whenever you were saying it.
Ooh.
I was like, what else would rhyme with that? Okay, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
Did not mean to dig that. Did not mean to make that bad.
We can start beatboxing.
I'm gonna fill that hole back in.
Okay.
I'm not digging myself a grave there.
Control Z.
Apparently, you're getting massive amounts of
Oh,
Birthday wishes from FFO. Look at that.
What?
Are you like? People actually know you?
I guess people
Are you
know
like a-
me.
Are you like a thing?
I guess people know me. Thanks for the happy birthday there, FFO. That was very nice. Thank you.
See, FF. Oh, that doesn't work. Dang it.
FF birthday. I don't know. Yeah.
I was gonna say the Johnny FF Omaha
There it is.
birthday fan club.
I'll take it.
Will that work?
Hey,
Is
yeah.
that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anybody that says happy birthday. Yeah.
I've yet to say it to you, and I'm not going to.
Okay, don't. I don't expect it. It's,
Because you need somebody to ensure that you maintain
That's right.
an even keel. You know what I mean? Woosah.
Even keel.
You like that?
I
Level head.
I love it. I love it. I'm in
Gotta
the game.
Make sure your ego doesn't get too big.
I'm ready.
You might sprout a massive giant beard such as myself.
I know.
It just can't happen.
Tonight we dine in hell. Bullets downrange and Bravo here. FFO. Very interested to see what's going to happen. Now
that they switched it back to First Light, this means that this is now going live.
this is
not
live.
The match.
This is live.
Oh man! All right, I guess got to go ahead and make our squads, as it were. I should
lead.
probably rename this. Don't make that same mistake.
Yeah, don't do that.
There we go.
You have a lot going on in your mind, though. It's okay. It's okay.
Do I though?
Oh, you know what? We probably have to restart the. Let me click a few buttons.
What happened? What did you end up doing?
Nothing. Everything's fine. There we go. 50 seconds to spare. It's a clean bill of health.
You almost.
Almost
messed that
you
up.
know what I need right now to make everything better?
Large amounts of alcohol.
Well, if by large amounts of alcohol you mean large amounts of quack in chat for running duck.
Oh.
That's what I think I
Yes.
need. I think I need to see some quacks in chat. That's what I think I need to see.
Running duck whiskey. It'll make you go quack quack.
Quack quack. The Duck Army.
What is Running Duck's preferred drink though?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's probably what his actual
Hmm.
company would make, right?
Absolutely. I want some,
assume
whatever
so.
it is. I want a little. Just a taste. Just a little taste.
Why just the taste?
Because I don't know if I can handle the whole thing.
Oh, it'd be almost like it's too much for you.
You know, it is. Second.
It's fair enough. It's understandable.
So, FFO may indeed... I'm not hearing any squad comms.
They appear to currently be talking in local with each other.
Okay, there we go.
And they are taking their vehicles out. They are bringing their BRDM headed towards Castle. Looks like they are going to be the vanguard. I'm assuming to go to storage site. That was the play they made last round.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know if they're going to change.
They're taking
know if they're gonna
the
change.
smart path. Normally, we see everybody try to cut through the forested castle. These guys are taking the roads the entire way in.
I think they want to just ensure
Yep.
that
That's how you
smooth
know.
as-
Yep.
Right. Smooth as fast as smooth. They don't want to have any chance
Oh, here they
of
go.
hanging up.
Here it is. Oh, they use it as an emergency brake. Fob goes down. Supplied, I believe. There's the
It
hab.
looks like they already did. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. They brought a gun truck up as well as a logistics truck.
Now, this is the
Which
smart place for the hab, too, in the fob. They don't have to worry about the flank. But look at this Fortis push. Massive wave. And wow, look at this west flank as well. Bill Nye, Sniper Yan, Bithgets. Here's Chicken along with Alpha.
And it's kicking up at storage already. We got Fortis on the west
Oh, wow.
warehouse and FFO. Oh, my lord. I think that was an RPG into FFO's warehouse.
Holy cow.
Already taken out Scarface.
Scarface,
And
Magnum,
who else?
and Fisticuffs. Triple kill, more or
Wow,
less.
Triple kill off of one, and that was probably the frag RPG with that kind of explosive radius. That is Actually, no. That would actually be their UGL then in that case, because the U.S. do not have a frag lat. So that was just a really good shot by the Grenadier then. It's interesting. Well, I mean, it's pretty much expected, but people want to take control of that western hill. So of course, immediately FFO and Fortis are in an engagement at the top. Looks like FFO is taking control of that western territory though, which is not good for Fortis. But it's super early.
All right, I just gotta stop this. Everything's broken. We're just gonna stop that. It's broke.
Okay.
No, that's.
Why are you so quiet?
It's a things are broken.
That's
so. Yeah, this is great. So FFO definitely dominating this western flank. And
which, of course, is
no, they're going to be on this fob right here. So Bill Nye can do Cran on the Fortis fob.
Now that's a really interesting place. I'm kind of curious as to
why... that's why.
Wow.
That's why.
Was that
GL
under barrel grenade launcher?
It was
straight
indeed.
On a can do.
It was beautiful.
Can do is not doing anything right now.
No, can don't.
Can don't crayon. I don't think he's gonna appreciate that when he sees the stream later.
No, sorry.
He'll be like,
sorry.
how dare they butcher my name?
Sorry,
like that.
sorry, Crayon. Pretty sorry.
Sorry, Crayon, but unfortunately,
yeah,
you just got knocked out.
So militia forces on Castle. Oops, nope. Militia forces on Schuberdoop. Come on, work.
I don't think we have that flag on this map.
And the Schuberdoop.
Was it the Schuberdoop flag?
Okay, yes, the Schuberdoop flag. Wow, Moose now in the BDRM scout car. He's on fire. He's on orange health. Oh, now he's on super orange health. Red orange health.
Now, where is the BRDM? Is this the one over here to the southwest that you're on?
Oh,
right
there
now?
he goes.
Oh.
Lieutenant Moose goes up in smoke.
Well, if there was any questions as to where that vehicle was, there ain't no smoke.
That's right.
A huge plume of smoke. I caught that real quick.
That's right. As Hainick likes to say, he gone. He gone.
Oh, Hainick.
So
now,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Fortis pushed back much further here. FFO has a super strong line.
They're pretty much completely online from east to west.
Yeah.
Just completely intersecting. Storage site, and I don't know if you've been seeing this, but FFO must have a fire at will for all lat gunners, because I'm seeing non-stop RPG fire into enemy troop positions.
Yeah, the lats, the grenade launchers. FFO definitely has got some great grenade launcher peeps in here. Fortis as well, getting a lot of great nades on point.
And that's fantastic, because that is one of the perks of the militia is having those additional long-range explosive capabilities, and you can see FFO has no problem understanding and utilizing the strengths of the militia faction. They have all those RPGs and UGLs. Why not just go ahead and start lobbing those downrange? And they have huge kill radiuses comparatively, especially in these forested environments where troops tend to kind of channelize themselves. They tend to clutter because they don't want to lose track of each other. Makes them perfect targets for explosive projectiles. So it's definitely great to see FFO utilizing that properly.
So Fortis
that's just an. But
oh no, I was just gonna say I agree wholeheartedly here, and just real interesting dynamic happening here. Kind of tends to happen. Not too sure when and why or how, but you see him spawning on top of the hab there. There's some explosions happening as well.
Oh my! So Fortis tried to come in from the southeast with a Humvee, but just as we were talking about, FFO's use of RPGs completely annihilates Humvee.
Oh my gosh! There, I'm looking at the wreckage right now. That Humvee looks like it was retreating, pointing the other way here.
He was in fact trying to leave. He'd already taken one hit and was trying to leave. It was on fire, and FFO just said, "Nope, you're going nowhere."
That's it. Derp, derp. The clink of a grenade.
Still a pretty close game, though. We're still at 501 to 437. That is not that big of a lead, although Fortis was maintaining a much closer lead this early on.
Yes.
On last round.
So it's real interesting. I'm just not seeing the Fortis numbers right now. I'm waiting for a big spawn or a push or some other direction. FFO, I'm counting a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of blue arrows, but the red arrows, oh, they're there. Okay, so we got, looks like a couple new things happening from behind. Maybe they're setting up a counterattack fob or something's happening back here.
Well, right now, we actually still have, I don't know if you've noticed this, but you know that radio that was placed on the road?
Yes. Oh,
they have a hab up on storage site on one of the buildings. And that's where the numbers have been.
They're all down. Yeah, look at that.
Let me know if you go down.
Unfortunately, FFO is now completely... Oh, and
here's the mortars.
Fortis is coming in with the mortars now that they know exactly where they're at because they're at their fob.
So hopefully they're going to do that broken arrow situation and drop a bunch of mortars on that hab. They'd get some serious damage. Nope. That second round moving right back on storage site again. But those mortars, just give them time. They're going to be doing some work here. Currently 499 to 421.
I think the Fortis Fort Observer actually was able to call in that second round as a correction on this FFO squad that's just outside the hab. And that was actually a very accurate shot. He took out 2 guys right off the bat with that hit. So
these Fortis mortars are some of the best I've ever seen. Ever.
In fact, he just took out 2 more FFO guys. Yeah. That correction.
Oh my gosh. And again.
Those are precision calculated hits.
I wonder if these guys are going off the cuff or if they've got those calculators in front of them trying to get those exact coordinates in like Flynn.
Well, it's a pretty good chance that they probably have a mortar ballistic computer, which is fine, but you still have to know where the target is in order for it to even work. So otherwise, you're just shooting at terrain, right? And for this kind of accuracy, they're essentially following the FFO movement. So they have somebody calling in positions somewhere. Either way, phenomenal use of teamwork with the mortar squad.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're very adaptable and quick to adjust. And oh my lord. That was a beautiful hit from Great Destroyer coming in with a frag RPG directly onto a Fortis squad moving across the tree line.
Oh, look at that.
All got hurt.
Yeah, look at all the
5 of them yellow.
Another one.
There goes another one. Fortis throwing out the universal sign of, holy crap, we're in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
The red smoke.
There it is.
Oh, and another one goes out, but that should be his 3rd rocket.
Yeah, Great Destroyer takes a GL to the face. Farouk here with some great GL action, I believe. Let's get in close. Yes, that is him indeed with the GL. And then just a couple more rounds to finish up, but that body is Gonzi.
Great Destroyer is down. They're still shooting his body just to make sure he stays down. Don't want him coming back to life anytime soon. Sounds like Fortis is back on their mortars, firing a few more rounds. We have incoming. Be interesting to see where they land. Now, in the admin camp, have you actually had the opportunity, or at least been able to catch a mortar in flight?
Yeah, actually, yes. It's incredible.
I mean,
the whole thing.
But actually up near its apex.
Yes.
Because I've seen them when they're like 10 feet off the ground and they're about to hit, but I don't think I've actually looked up in the sky and been like, wait a minute.
That's Max Cam again. We were talking. That's my son. He flies up there. We watched him. It was incredible. We got to get a clip. But yeah, they're fully rendered. All the Pythagorean theorem is in full effect. You can watch it, and then the apex where it curves and goes down. It's something to watch. It's something to watch there, Ross, for sure.
I've yet to actually try and catch one up at its apex. I've seen the formula for it, but so I know it happens, just not sure. I've only caught in videos.
It's beautiful.
And my own personal experience of a mortar, where I was like, "Hey, that's a mortar." Oh, I'm dead.
It's beautiful. Okay. It's beautiful.
And they're doing a phenomenal job. They're still hammering FFO. I'm seeing a lot of reds and yellows here.
These grenades, these guys know when to use grenades. Oh, Sleek's got to be careful he doesn't walk into his own nade. Shot B, beautiful. The way they clear, these guys have it down. They find out where the guy is, they throw a nade to flush, and then they've got their gun ready, and then ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, done.
So at this point, it looks like Fortis is essentially on the defensive. They're trying to hold on to Village currently, although it looks like they... Do you actually see them anywhere else? Oh, they are
big
to the
push.
west of storage.
Yeah, big
yes.
push to the to the side of storage here. I'm not too sure how they're going to make it. Great Destroyer DT is here, but that's Kristoff. That's Teflon Don again. Floor Massacre, Mala, and then Panda Virus along with Rin just to the way north. These guys are really, really pushing around. Possibly looking to determine where the fob is and shut off that supply line of spawns.
Well, right now, it's going to be a hard nut to crack, as it were, considering FFO has a hab just to the north of where they also have a rally point. So, unfortunately, Fortis might end up getting caught in a crossfire between two FFO squads coming from two different spawn points. And... Oh, I thought those mortars were coming here, but they're not. They're landing on storage site.
Whoa, whoa! The body's flying. I'm not gonna get distracted like I normally do. This is a match. Otherwise,
Stay professional, Johnny.
That's right. Stay professional. Stay on target.
Well, it looks like the bike's having a hard time moving around the trees at the moment. It's kind of got stuck in the trees.
Right. I don't want to look. I'm not gonna look. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm gonna save myself for myself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's Chicken, along with Farouk. Major Game 1, Sleek. Swordstain, though, moving in. Nice and sure. Sleek's maybe got eyes on him. I can't tell. Oh, no, Swordstain in just the smallest of little... Oh, that's what's saving his bacon right now. Fleek, though, nope. Spots him. Swordstain goes down. Beautiful job.
Is he really just hiding behind this tiny little rock here?
He was actually in the terrain.
The
terrain was really helping him out. But as soon as he popped up, yep,
right
there's just a little divot.
Oh, there was great cover and concealment here, but unfortunately,
yeah,
he got peeked.
Yep, exactly. That's what it was. And then
Herman said, "Nope, get out of your hidey hole. You do not belong here."
Southern Rogue was saying, "Glad Ross stuck around for round 2." So, look at that.
Well, why wouldn't I? You see how intense that last match? Why would I not want to see this again?
That's right. That's right. And
it's absolutely incredible.
It is, and it's still tense, even with a little bit of a ticket deficit here. 441 for the militia, 348 for United States. So FFO currently in the lead here. Fortis has to win by over, I believe, 190. We'll have to get an official determination on that. But if they do that, maybe if they lead by 195, that should tie the game. So as soon as they go below that, that will make FFO the winners. However, we still have a long way to go. And in fact, maybe we'll catch a little bit of these is this the mortar crew? That's Aroused Koala. Yes.
Looks like Aroused Koala is on. They have 2 guns up, but they're only dedicating 1 person to man both of them. But they do have their squad leader here, which is probably the one who's running the fire direction center, or the person who's using the ballistic computer to get those mortars on target.
I gotta say, this is a nice, tight little fire base here, right at the top of the hill.
And they got plenty of cover that they built around the mortars, so the mortars aren't exposed to small arms fire. And
right.
They have a lot of razor wire protected radio in case somebody tries to come and ninja that, which is not
nice.
bad. It looks like their squad leader is actively putting down additional...
Oh, look at this. This is a nice hab here, too. So, a nice United States hab, double repair crate. These guys have got it set up. They've got their... This is a perfect place for them. They've got a really great foundation that they'll be able to do some serious movement from.
And they definitely know how to set up a fire base. You can see the squad leaders continuing to put down razor wire in between these trees to impede any kind of enemy movement who are even remotely thinking about taking down the radio. And Aroused Koala is just continuing to hammer these positions, which is amazing to see. Oh, this is the area you're talking about. I did not even see this. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
Isn't it cool? It's just this
Where
nice
are you talking about, Johnny?
Yeah. Right down here, yeah, they've got the double repair crates. This is going to make their repairs much more efficient. They've got, yeah, it's just a nice little spot here. I like it. I like it a lot. It's just
sure
far
they have
enough.
a nice space of fire for Miller
Yep.
Village if they ever need to do
Yep.
a solid defense there. But it looks like they're still working on storage.
FFO really pushing off to the west here, and Bill Nye the Science Guy. This is the guy you don't want in the BDRM, the scout car, because I'm telling you, he is lethal in it as a guy who was murdered by him previously in this vehicle.
Coming back to enact revenge.
That's right.
So it looks like Bill Nye sees the enemy rally next
Yep.
to his old position, apparently.
That's right. His old
long-lost
body.
brother.
Yeah, his long lost brother.
For immersion purposes.
That's
Where
right.
his teammate went down
Yeah,
in
that's
the
right.
other BRDM.
My immersion.
Came back, took out that rally point, make sure.
That was perfect. Yeah, he rolled it right on top of it, despawned it. That's going to stop Fortis from getting that angle that they need to kind of change attack here. The
Which
mortars,
is great because
yeah.
FFO was not looking good either. They were all pretty much down. Looks like they have their medic actively working on the team that went down by their rally point.
So Bazerlairs, Bithgets, and Fisticuffs, the canaries in the coal mine, yet again at storage site. Forgive the puns. They're not pushing towards Nalram Village.
Well,
428.
for any new viewers, they have no idea what you're referring to. So
That's true. Well,
hopefully.
shoo.
You're safe from at least them.
Shoo.
They'd be like, wait a minute,
Whoosh.
didn't you go through this last match? They'll have no idea.
That's right.
Oh wait, now they do.
Now that thanks,
Sorry.
Sergeant Ross.
My bad.
Appreciate it. Chicken, along with Knox and Farouk. Oh, here we go. This is going to be good. So we've got another Fortis coming in from the east of storage, but they are going to run smack dab into this. Well, maybe not. I don't know. This spacing is just ridiculous. So well done. So well done.
Oh wow, they were directly underneath me, and I
Yeah.
did not see them the
Yeah.
entire time.
Isn't it crazy?
Looks like Floop and
Yep, that's
Swastik
it. Yep.
completely takes out Shot B. Currently engaging Scarface. Scarface completely annihilates Floop.
He's so
unfortunately.
quick on the trigger, Scarface is.
Looks like Scarface is already engaging
Floor
Painus,
massacre.
and Painus is trying to recover in some deflate here.
Yeah, you don't want when your Painus goes down, you're gonna need something to get him back up.
Gonna need some special cream.
You
as
got
it were.
special cream. You got to get that medic. But if Painus stays up for longer than 4 hours, you probably need to.
You're gonna need to see a medic.
Yeah,
huh?
you got to see a medic.
Not gonna be a good day for you.
No, not for Painus.
So there wasn't really that much of an FFO presence in this area, but they had just enough as a warning
Right.
outpost, essentially, an LPOP as we would call it,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of is slowing down the Force advance. But I think Force actually has a numerical advantage in this section of the map, but it's too far away from storage site to enact any kind of instill any kind of effectiveness.
Mm-hmm. Panda virus moving up. I love your backpack. Carcass.
Now, they haven't really changed that much since they first initially got that 100-point lead. They're kind of staying in about the same area, and the current battlefield is kind of indicative of that, I suppose. They're not
Yep.
doing a whole lot of trading right now. It looks like Fortis has pretty much been poking the
Yeah.
enemy defense, trying to figure out a weakness, trying to find a
Where's the fob?
gap,
Yeah.
and
You can
they're
definitely
just not getting there.
feel them looking for fobs. I mean, this is why they've got these super wide flanks. They're trying to stop the flow of troops. Here's Shortass in the Humvee, possible Crows. Indeed it is, the Crows
Unfortunately,
Humvee.
They actually have the crows out.
They sure do.
I see you down there. That's Short Ass is currently manning that. That's the scanning. the
Oh,
targets.
direct hit.
Unfortunately,
Direct hit.
Swastik. Swastik goes down anyways, but he was no more than 15.
There's another one.
Less yards.
Now
And
Short
he
has,
goes down.
he's abandoning the crows, which he should, because with 2 direct hits, the fire should explode this. There it goes.
And there it goes. That is going to be an unfortunate ticket loss for Fortis. Not as bad as it used to be. The tickets have been reduced on those.
That's
A
right.
little bit more viable on the battlefield, but
12,
unfortunately,
12 tickets, according to my records here. It can hold 4 guys,
Yes.
and it has a 6-minute respawn timer as that graphic shows up on the screen.
yes. So unfortunately, that is still a bit of a hit. That is more than a squad's worth of individuals
Yes.
taken out in a
Yes.
single asset. And it was just Ryder. He was essentially by himself, and he was no more than 15 meters away from another Fortis member, but just didn't catch the rocket.
Oh,
in
man.
time.
Great destroyer. These mortars. Oh, my God. Fortis mortars, watch out.
And that was a perfect example of Fortis communication. They
Yeah.
recognized where that rally point was and immediately are getting rounds on target, knowing that there's going to be somebody trying to spawn back in.
Now, so, Ross, are you as a squad lead right now?
Yes, I am.
So I think FFO is actually, even though the in-game VoIP is the best, I think, in any game ever made, I think FFO is actually using TeamSpeak right now because it is eerily quiet on squad comms, which I remember skirmishing with them, and they were saying that I'd be really interested to know why they're on TeamSpeak or what the benefit is for TeamSpeak right now. So.
Well, it could be that they have some sort of very specific command structure that they need very, very detailed whisper lists.
Okay.
That would just have a hard time replicating at that point.
Yeah, this is FFO we're
Jordan-
talking about here, so
Right.
I don't know about that.
There could be some sort of unique.
Yeah.
Well, when
There's
it comes to
something unique.
competitive,
There's something
I
unique.
I think they tend to. I think they probably tighten up the purse strings. Well, not purse strings. That's a different metaphor, but I think they tend to tighten the reins a little bit when it comes to their competitive matches. So I know they can be a bit more of a classy group, as it were.
There you go.
But I think for competitive matches, they're out here to win, so they probably have something special they want to do, or maybe that's just something they're comfortable with. I mean, a good example, just personal experience, would be Mumble.
Mm-hmm.
We actually still use it at OWI, and there's zero reason for it. But it's just what people are comfortable with.
That's just what they do.
So, just what they do.
That's
one of the first things that came on. I was like, why are we?
Why are we?
I was like, cool. I was like, cool. Slack and Discord now have the ability to do
That's
voice
right.
and everything.
That's
and
right.
Like, nah, whatever.
We're on Mumble.
Like,
We're on Mumble.
We're on Mumble. I'm like, dang it.
All right, I guess I'll download Mumble.
I have 4 programs that I have to use now.
Yep.
Oh well.
Isn't that fun?
What are you gonna do? I know, especially as a shoutcaster, I'm assuming your communication with other people and clans and partners and whatnot have to be quite extensive in the amount of communication tools you're required to use.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Now I don't know if you've been watching this, but there is actually a massive offensive going on right now. I was not expecting this, but currently Fortis and FFO are to the southeast of Storage Site, and Fortis is making a massive push.
There they are.
Site.
Swastic,
They even
Blacktastic, Chicken, Floop. Oh no,
Beautiful.
Chicken goes down.
And oh no, not Chicken.
Yep, I'm sorry to
I
say
think
that Chicken is dead. Swastic
I
also
was
dead.
able to replicate your way
You
of
did it.
saying it.
You did perfect.
I think I did it.
I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Beautiful, beautiful. Because if you say it any other way, you wouldn't know.
That's not the person. That's not that player.
You'd be like, who's that? Who are you referring to?
I don't even know who that is. Chicken? Who's Chicken? It's Chicken. APOC though
No.
digging a Fortis fob here. This is gonna be another 20 tickets right here. 393 to 4. I'm sorry, 393 to 246. So 246 for they got it. That's dangerously close to 190.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it looks like FFO did a great job of stopping the Fortis advance. FFO did have the height advantage. They were controlling the entire ridge line. They were all spread out online. So was Fortis, but unfortunately, they were downhill. It was just didn't turn out the way they wanted it to. So yeah, it looks like they're currently recovering, licking their wounds back to the southeast near the village.
That's APOC. taking it. 216. This is getting real close now. 214. And it looks like FFO may be returning fire with mortars of their own.
Does FFO have their own mortar team now?
Otherwise, we got some friendly fire situation with short ass going down.
Pretty bad situation if they end up, because that was directly on target.
Yeah.
On Fortis position, which, as far as we know, so far has only been Fortis using mortars. So. And interestingly enough, it's actually been utilized to an amazing effect. They've taken out a lot of people, but just hasn't been enough. I think they're just having a hard time capitalizing on that advantage. But
yeah, FFO's defensive screen is fantastic. Currently 384 to 209. We've got less than 20 tickets before we're in a questionable situation as far as where this is going, or maybe we're solidifying where this is going. Currently 23 revives for FFO, 32 revives for United States. They're trying to make every last ticket count.
I think at this point, Fortis is just concerned about trying to grind them down to that mark they're looking for. They currently have Devar now on the second mortar, and their squad leader is currently manning an HMG, who is actively engaging currently. At this point, I think they're just trying to get those kills in as much as they can. They look like they're kind of on the defensive, but FFO's been playing it pretty well so far. They've pretty much essentially ignored Village the entire time.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Which they did not do last round.
No. They were very aggressive, pushing onto Castle, moving on to the next point. But they've got storage. I guess they figure we can just lock it down. Storage is a way more defensible point. They don't have to stretch themselves too thin.
And it seems to be working. Fortis has been poking and prodding. I mean, they've been doing what they need to do to try to find that gap, that weakness. In fact, they're doing it again over here.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
You've seen them on this.
Yeah, again. Yep.
FFO does not have the numbers, should not have the numbers.
So there's Spooky and Shot B from the FFO. There's Kermit. Floop just goes down, but the medic should be getting him up here. Blacktastic. Shot Ass along with Painus. And Chicken! Getting Wall Lock back up.
And it looks like Can Do Crayon is coming up in the BRDM. Looks like they're privy to this Fortis flank, and he's setting up right now to engage the squad. So even with superior numbers, this force multiplier could be a problem for Fortis, which would be unfortunate because they did have the advantage. This might end up removing that advantage. We'll see how Can Do Crayon does in a vehicle. I don't think we've seen that yet.
I don't think we have. 199. 199 here. 9 tickets will determine the winner.
Can Do is scanning, but I think Fortis is completely aware of his position. Looks like they're staying behind the ridge line to the east-southeast, making sure they don't get in the line of sight of that BRDM. So, I mean, that's good on Fortis. Quickly adapting, but then again, FFO also quick to adapt, hence the BRDM over there already. So just even with inferior numbers, they know how to punch in real quick and try to slow down or stop that advance.
So even if we go below 190, which we're about to do, which is dangerous, these guys can still make tickets back with the point capture. So I don't want to say we're out as soon as we pass 190, because that would do a disservice to the skill and, Sergeant Ross, as you say, tenacity of what Fortis has been bringing to the table here today, along with Chicken.
Well, I mean, it is Chicken, and if anybody can turn this match around, it's going to be him. Now, right now, Fortis is actually making a pretty decent push, and majority of FFO is actually on the east side.
Yep.
That western flank, if they can get that high ground, you might be able to sneak this squad in from the south.
Oh, here we go.
Start taking that. The thing is, right now, I think Fortis actually has the momentum. They just need to capitalize and take the initiative. And if they don't do that, then FFO is just going to come back in, wipe them out, and it's going to make it that much harder for Fortis.
Oh, so this is the trick, what's happening right now. And I'm going to look at my map here. So Fortis is coming in from the east and from the west, whereas FFO has that active defense. So FFO is actually pushed out to the east. They are pushed out to the west. They are going to catch you. However, if the storage site is basically left wide open. There's got a couple guys, again, as canaries in the coal mine, the people that say, hey, we're losing the point, whatever. But the thing about where FFO is positionally speaking is, let's say Fortis were to drive straight into the gut and go right into storage site. Where they are on that active defense, they can fold right back in to storage site and just they've just got a really, really good defense that they can do a lot of different things with very quickly.
Yes, FFO has done a fantastic job of ensuring that even whenever they're pushed off the storage site, that they maintain the ability to quickly collapse into storage site if they need to and start wiping out whoever's there. They don't push out very far. They're maintaining the ridge line. They're maintaining the high ground while staying ready to be QRF on or quick reaction force for the storage site, which is fantastic. Now, Fortis is actually taking over the West Hilltop. The problem is right now, though, is that they need to get back. They need to go a little bit farther north and get up on that hill and get overwatch on all these FFO guys coming in from their hab. This is where I was talking about. They need to take the initiative. If they don't, FFO is going to just go back up that hill and wipe out Teflon and Panda Virus here. Fortunately, Sniper Hand's shadowing them currently. I'm not even sure he's actually trying to engage right now. I think he's just trying to keep tabs on their position. And they're about to get engaged by fisticuffs. So I think FFO, they didn't take the initiative, and now FFO is just going to start tightening down.
Sniper Yang goes down, but it gives fisticuffs the audio cue he needs. Yep,
exactly.
He hears it. Teflon Don goes down.
Panda Virus then in turn hears fisticuffs go off, and let's see who's going to win this one-on-one duel. Looks like Panda Virus has problem.
Panda taking out Fisty.
No problem taking them out.
That was beautiful shots, too. Beautiful shots from Panda Virus. Just
smooth, fantastic.
Super smooth.
Unfortunately, it's now Panda Virus by himself, and unless some miracle occurs, I don't see. And there he goes.
Yep. Fourth rider putting a couple into Panda Virus's back. That's what happens when you're solo. That's why you don't want to be lone wolfing. But Panda Virus really had no choice when his battle buddy went down.
Unfortunately, the position that Panda Virus is in is where they should have been a minute ago, but they got hung up at the bottom of the hill, and FFO was like, sorry, guys, this is our territory. Push them right back out. So they had an opportunity. They didn't take the initiative, and this is what happens. Sometimes you need to be aggressive. In our game and even in real life, this is a huge part of Marine Corps doctrine. They maneuver warfare. They had an opening. Didn't take it. Now it looks like at this point, what is Smile and Wave currently in?
Yep, he's getting out of something.
Not having a good day.
No.
Getting stuck on a tree.
Oh no, another crows.
A little panic drive in there.
Oh no, that's a second one. Ooh, did you see that? That was a close shot.
Inches. That was the second one fired in that volley of 3 so far.
Oh, wow.
And he's barely making it out of there. Unfortunately, there's Sniper Yan to his southwest.
Oh, and Bowman, I believe, with the AT. Oh! Smile and Wave. I thought he could get it. He was so close to the double repair crates. And, oh, man, that was just incredible. Bowman with the AT.
Unfortunately, FFO had that deep flank to the southwest.
Yeah.
They were not expecting that.
No. Wow. Nice shot. That's hot. That's hot. Currently 339 to 131. Still a very tough game. Fortis is down, but not out. They can still take this.
Now, it looks like Fortis is still dedicating quite a bit of people to storage site on that southeast side. But they've been kind of pushing that side for a long time. I think at this point, FFO already has an idea of what's going on, what they're trying to accomplish. It's already sitting there waiting. unless Fortis decides to go from a completely different area, I don't know at this point what they're going to do about getting storage site.
No, Fortis really pushing north again, trying to find those fobs is what they got to be doing because it's the only reason to push up that way. They have oh no, that's theirs. They're maybe trying to get a fob down themselves to try to shift the battle here. Panda Virus, Teflon Don up there, but here comes FFO's shot B.
They are getting close. They do have a fire team element out here, but yes, there is a lot of logistics truck there, so it looks like they're trying to get that flank fob down.
Oh my God, unbelievable!
Oh, no.
I don't know how that happened. Oh!
Probably because they called out an enemy Logi was coming, and so Shot B just rushed down with the lat and was like, time to take care of the situation.
Wow.
I mean, they're right there,
Yep.
pretty much an eye shot of FFO's radio, but
Oh, yeah.
no movement so far.
Shot B on chat calling to Scarface.
And unfortunately for Fortis, but as you stated at the beginning of the match, that fob by storage site by FFO has been there the entire time, and you called it. You said it was going to be a great fob, and sure enough,
Yeah. So
it's in such a pivotal position.
Yep.
Fortis has not been able to get to it this entire time.
This is the formulaic one. Yep. This is the thing where if you go any further than this, you risk it all. So this is the safe fob. We pushed over across the road into that Alpha 2 sector, and it was a bloodbath. That we just got blown away. But it's this is the formulaic fob. If anybody's playing this match or this map, this is just a great fob position. 1-1 for the ages.
Well, it definitely looks like FFO is pretty much proving their ability to adapt and overcome, because they have played both sides flawlessly with Militia and the U.S.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what faction they're playing. They know exactly how to utilize their strengths and weaknesses. They know exactly where to position themselves to take advantage of the enemy team, and this is what it's coming down to. Right now we're 319 to 94 in FFO's favor.
Indeed, Alpha goes down from a GL. Great Destroyer DT just up. Oh, man, ends Farouk's day. Lots of explosions.
I mean, both teams pretty much had fantastic lat UGL and just hand-thrown grenade gunners. Grenadiers have been fantastic on both sides. Very on point. If any one of them catches you off guard, there's no way you're coming out of that alive.
Right. Well, this is where I gotta hand it to Fortis for their spacing, because with all these explosions, they're still only most of the time taking down one guy, which that's pretty amazing, because what we're seeing now with pickup groups and stuff is just everybody likes to be next to each other, which is fun, but it can be devastating if you've got someone that knows what they're doing with a grenade launcher or a RPG.
Yeah, it's completely applicable regardless of the environment, whether it's competitive or in public matches. Something you want to always avoid. Our rule of thumb in the Marine Corps was 10 to 15 meter dispersion between each unit whenever you're actively moving. And if you think about that, that's almost exactly what most hand-thrown grenades and UGLs kill and casualty radiuses are. So it's very deliberately done that way for that reason, and it's completely applicable in game, even though the explosives in our game are actually scaled down compared to the relative counterparts. Some more than others, but so you have a little bit more leeway, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be stuck on top of each other. And I would hope Fortis is aware of this, considering their heavy mortar usage.
Yes.
For that very reason.
Yep.
Because they know that Fortis or FFO will often cluster in certain areas,
right,
and they've been able to take advantage of that. So.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that if they would have had one other game against FFO, I think they could have really put some proactive mortar fire down, especially on the HAB that they just can't get at right now. But the mortars, we kind of hear, have stopped. There's still other explosions happening, but those mortar fires, the mortars are...
Sounds like they decided to go ahead and dedicate those 2 to 3 individuals are at the mortar fire base to the front lines to see if they can maybe have a bit more of an effect with their small arms. But I don't know. Their Fortis mortars were pretty effective, but also FFO's done a pretty good job of keeping their spacing up here in this defensive position as well. So I think that might have just actually ended up being an adaptability of FFO when it came to their active defense. They knew they weren't going to push into village, and so they're like, "Hey guys, we know they're going to mortar just like they did last round. Go ahead and spread out, get that active defense set up." And this is kind of what we're seeing. So, I mean, got to give it to FFO. They're also doing a fantastic job of being able to change their positions and be flexible.
Mm-hmm. Agreed 100% here, Sergeant Ross.
Now, Fortis is actually kidding probably the closest they've ever been. In fact, they actually had a guy on the point.
Oh, there it is. Farouk.
Who was that? Farouk, unfortunately, he walked right in front of a BRDM and instantly taken out.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there it is.
And guess who's on it?
Can Do Crayon.
Can Do, and he is now aware.
He's getting some bullet penetration here. So he's
he's opening up. He's actually in a really good position. He's got a perfect angle on Fortis avenue of approach. I mean, perfectly opens up in like a V that he's just staring straight into.
There's a... Oh, no. Chicken! Chicken! Chicken!
Chicken! Chicken! Go down!
Yeah, chicken gets roasted.
Not chicken!
Chicken!
That is unfortunate.
Yep.
Oh, Short S, not noticing at all that I love your backpack, was essentially admiring Short S's backpack.
There you go.
And he got
or
taken out.
Or maybe even his short ass. Maybe, who knows?
He was looking at his short ass, but he does appear to love backpacks, especially your backpack in particular.
There you go.
I think at the end of the day, he was just admiring Short Ass's backpack, but
it's gotta be.
Like
it's gotta be.
Can Do says, forget about it. Just gonna go ahead and light up.
Spray and pray.
Spray in that building.
Yep.
Fortis nowhere near inside that building though, so looks like they're licking their wounds, getting everybody up.
We got a mortar bunker here, which is not a traditional for... FFO is not really big on building anything besides a hab.
Where's this mortar bunker
this mortar bunker here is at storage, and it makes sense here. It's just on the west building on storage, but it makes sense that they would actually react. Yeah, they'd react to the mortar fire that they're going to be getting. They expected that happening.
And that allows any FFO squad mates who are inside the warehouse to safely transition to the coal storage area. So that was pretty smart of them. Now it looks like FFO is on the roof with his frag rocket. Kind of a bold move here. Now, how do you pronounce his name? Icarus?
I believe so, Icarus.
Is that his intent?
Could be
Gets
Icarus.
a nice frag rocket off, but unfortunately only does minor damage to Mala, who went back to his rally point to get healed up.
Nobody's watching. Go ahead.
Yeah, getting in.
I mean, definitely got to hand it to Fortis, though. Just look at this push on storage site. They've been rocking this thing for almost half the match now.
Yeah.
It's the closest they've gotten.
Yeah.
They're not giving up. I mean, they're down by a ton of tickets, but they have no intentions of giving up.
Right.
Fight.
That's massive.
Yeah, they're able to keep their rally point secure. I mean, that thing most definitely should have gone down by now. But Fortis just doesn't want to give it up. Kudos to them.
The refreshes, you got to get that. Make sure that rally stays refreshed.
And the fact that they're keeping the enemy 50 meters away from their spot on top of it all.
That's huge.
So they got a nice little barrier going, but they are not giving up. They don't care.
Oh, Can Do Crayon.
Can Do just got told to get out of there.
Yeah. No.
Was that another expertly placed rocket? Who was that this time, though? Was that actually Lieutenant Moose on that rocket? Oh, here comes the mortars. Let's see if that mortar bunker ends up.
Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, they hit that. They're hitting the mortar.
Oh, it's
double trouble here on these mortars.
Looks like Icarus actually had to bail inside. currently bleeding out right now. It's went ahead and patched up, but everybody's scrambling for cover as Fortis just hammers storage site. Now, this is one of the effective uses of mortars that people often overlook when it comes to their effectiveness, is that it's not always about the killing potential, but often about the suppressive nature of the weapon. If you have to sit inside a building, that means that the enemy can rush you.
Yep.
And you won't have any sight lines on them.
Yep.
So it's a great way to get people to hunker
Stay
down.
where you're at. Don't
give
move.
up their sight lines.
Get on the ground.
It's a very active form of smoke, right? Like with the potential to kill people. And it's, as you can see, actually just down 2 more people. Sword Stained just got taken out by the mortars. So that entire west building has been cleared by mortar fire.
Wow.
With supporting infantry. And now they are stuck inside the east building. And as you can see, exactly what I'm talking about, Fortis is now able to push up without any resistance.
Yep. There they go from the garage. They're getting inside the garage now. But Panda Virus moving in on that. Oh, wow, no, they're in there. So Teflon Don and the King. Meanwhile, Fisticuffs, Great Destroyer DT at number 2, along with Bucks WG and Baser Layers. Oh, no, sorry. Bucks is in admin camp, not Bucks. just reading names.
So many.
I know, all the names.
Okay,
they're so
right
much
now,
easier to read now.
Cease fire. Tell your mortar team, cease fire. There we go. Looks like they went ahead and adjusted. I wonder if one of their mortars actually ended up taking some of their guys out. So right now, Panda Virus actually inside that east building, methodically taking out all of the FFO members. Panda Virus just secured the eastern warehouse, essentially by himself.
He's going to have
now
to be careful.
FFO has been cleared off.
Bowman, oh no, get the drop. Oh no, doesn't get the drop on him. Wow, Panda Virus was the quick reaction there. And again, those Aussie guys are fighting with some incredible ping. Let's quick take a look. 276, 612, 2. I mean, this is what they're dealing with here, as opposed to again, United States was doing the same thing. So,
right, they switched.
Yeah, that's why they switched the servers. Yep, for that to be fair. So,
and that's generally the case. As you can see, Fortis went ahead and adjusted over to that eastern defense position that FFO's had for a while. Pretty much actually taken out a good portion of them, but unfortunately, Fortis is going down. But this is what I was talking about earlier. This was a perfect example of Fortis taking the initiative, utilizing their mortars to create that gap, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, 3 tickets. 3 tickets.
Should have been done. I know. It should have been done much earlier in the match. Unfortunately, it wasn't. They waited till the last second to actually get aggressive and utilize those assets. And
there
hard
it is.
fought, though. I mean, the fact that they were able to take storage all the way down to the last second, or at least not take it, but, you know, actually be able to get in there, clear them all out after all that time. Again, the tenacity of Fortis is just incredible.
Incredible.
They did not go down. They would not go down.
Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, the first and second place winners of the International Squad Knockout Tournament. Number 1, FFO. Number 2, Fortis. Congratulations all around. Let's give it up for both incredible clans here today. I believe I'm calling it right. Hopefully I'm not screwing this up. Otherwise I'm going to know in 15 minutes. I think this was it for the first and second place. Who's gonna do it here? Third place being already called out. Again, that's for let me zip. Let's break everything here.
Are you breaking stuff again?
I'm breaking stuff here.
Lord.
Yeah, Fortis had to play 5 matches, like we said before. They won 4 games to 1 loss, and FFO, this is their the 3 matches that they won. And this was the third place team was Paradise and Asterisk. Mumblereens in 4th place. So this was it to figure out 1 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, FFO number 1, and Fortis still a very respectable 2nd place. Very well earned, hard earned Incredible.
And extremely hard fought.
Yes. Wow.
Extremely.
Wow. So I think there's prizes that they'll be doling out here, and we'll talk about that stuff later. But we got to do a couple thank yous here to Madhouse at BigDGaming.net for hosting the Australia server, and a thank you to FFO for hosting the Dallas server. These guys pay a lot of money for these very high-powered servers, and it's just great that they kind of volunteer them up to be used for these events. So thank you very much for those guys. Thank you, Sergeant Ross, for being here.
Oh man, it was awesome.
This was a lot of fun.
It was an honor to be able to come on here and shoutcast with the great Johnny Omaha on what has been some of the most exciting matches I've seen in squad competitive scene. So,
well, thank you.
Pretty amazing.
Thank you, Ross. Well, as great as I may or may not be, I got to know there's somebody greater, and that is the Running Duck. So let's get some of those quacks in chat for Running Duck, who has been casting international squad knockout tournaments through the get-go, and he's been doing the 15-minute delay and kind of just calling them, and it's just great stuff. So make sure you're going to check out Running Duck on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/runningduck. It's just this is just a lot of fun here, Ross. There's going to be a second season. Do you know about this second season?
I do know about the second season, absolutely.
Oh,
but why don't you tell me about it?
Oh, well, it's a second season. It's the summer season for International Squad Knockout Tournament. It's just been, the response has been incredible. I mean, I'm looking right now. We've got over 100 people watching this right now, and we are very niche the way we do this. We don't do, there's some large streamers. They do a lot of variety casting, and they're very, very good at it. We just do this. This is all we do for Squad. So it's pretty impressive that we get, more than my mom and dad watching. So that's pretty cool.
Well, it just shows to how great these competitions are, and it's one of the reasons that we, as a company and a development team, support such activities. And we absolutely love to see this kind of friendly competition. And as the name states, is international. I mean, there's people from all over the world playing in this, from different countries, all coming together to duke it out to see who's going to be the best for this particular season. But as you stated, there's going to be more coming up. And in fact, their ISKT has their own website with all this information. In fact, they even have their own summer season tab on their header that you can go ahead and check out. And they have a whole bunch of information there. I don't know if you know this, but they actually often post articles relating to different aspects of the competitive scene in relation to ISKT and, well, really just competition in general. So it's great work that they've been doing over there at the International Squad Knockout Tournament organization. It's pretty impressive.
It's a lot of fun. I think that, you could play Squad a lot of different ways. There's not one way to play Squad.
I think we saw like 10 of them just in this match alone.
That's right. That's right. But I mean, you can play pickup groups. You can play one life events. You can play casually with your friends. You can play competitive, and they all have their place. And I think what's really cool is that we have a neat little place here, and one isn't better than the other. I just want to be very clear on that. But it's just nice to have. So
well, I'll tell you from our perspective, that's pretty much exactly how we feel. And there's one aspect or principle that people may or may not be aware of, but one of the large aspects of Squad is that its ability to have a variety of ways for people to enjoy the game. You could be a terrible shot, but you can be the world's greatest medic, and you could actually end up doing more for your team by being a medic than ever shooting people. You have one guy who has 20 kills, but then all of a sudden you have 30 revives. Guess what? You effectively saved more tickets than the guy who has the 25 kills. Or you could be a base builder. You could run around as a squad leader, not shoot a single person, but lead the most effective, amazing squad ever. It has the most points, built the best fobs with the greatest shooters in it. I mean, there's so much you can do. And so that design principle carries over to kind of our ideology behind how we feel relating to the different aspects of our community. So having competition or one life events or community clan fight nights where it's not casual, but it's a bit more organized version of competition on a slightly less competitive scale. I mean, all variety of ways to engage in the game, and we value all of them, which is why majority of them are officially sponsored and partnered with us. So I think, if anybody wants to look to like how we view the way the game is played, I mean, you could just look at the way we deal with the community. I mean, we wouldn't support them all officially if we didn't enjoy all of it. So I love watching the One Life events.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You even have NAS has their organization in there. I mean, there's so many things to do, and it's fantastic. It's great to see. So
yeah, the community is definitely growing, and in response, I believe Off-World Industries is also growing their community focus. Sergeant Ross, there was a kind of a big hire that maybe even happened recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we've been talking about how we wanted to get somebody who's more, or at least we wanted to be a more community driven company. And one of the first steps to doing that was actually hiring a full-time community manager, which we did last week. And we went ahead and posted on social media and everywhere else about it. But we have Gatsby is his screen name that people will see him on Discord and various other areas. But yeah, we have a full-time community manager, and that's literally his job, is to solely focus on you guys as the community and make sure everything's running smoothly, and coordinate with different organizations, different events, different partnerships, and just continue to drive that kind of sense of family, as it were.
I gotta tell you too, Ross. I had a chance to talk with him. I messaged him to be like, "Hey, congratulations, welcome." And the dude is nothing but nice. I mean, you picked the guy. And there's going to be great things in store. If my gut is right here, and I think it is, there's going to be great things in store for the squad community and what's going to be happening. So, the vibe, the energy is right. Yeah. I mean, dude, he is like, I just smile. Like, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And, he's just, so if anybody has a chance to talk to him, I think you're going to like, I think you're going to like him. So,
yeah, please, by all means. I mean, hopefully I don't hear anything about it on Mondays and be like, wait a minute.
Everybody's messaging me. Why you tell
people to message me? But yeah, I mean, by all means, he is the guy. He's there for you. I mean, that's what we brought him on for. So by all means, please stop by and say hi. And I mean, you're exactly right. I part of it just with any job is trying to find somebody who fits. And I had a good feeling about him, and one aspect that I was really looking for was somebody who had a lot of initiative. And so far internally, hopefully you guys will end up seeing the product of this, but he's already coming with a lot of great stuff that we plan on doing in the future.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, just think of some ideas, jot down an outline or whatever, and we'll have a meeting tomorrow about, and talk about it. And he just like, boom, copy and pasted 7-page essay on.
Why wait till tomorrow? I'm ready.
And I'm like, wow, it's exactly what I want to see. So
you can just tell that this guy has community manager experience. Like, he just has it's just the whatever it is. It's just the je ne sais quoi. The I don't know what. It's just you can tell he cares. Like, it's just really cool. It's just really cool. So, and by extension,
I'm sure he'll appreciate hearing that.
Yeah. Well, you could tell that Off-World Industry cares, because you guys have found that, and it's definitely some big changes, and especially with the incremental updates that have been happening. So, Roz, just we thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Thank you for the feedback and the praise. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Never be afraid.
Never be afraid
to tell us whether it's good or bad. Hopefully, if it's bad, there's some constructive criticism behind it, so potential solutions and whatnot. But
absolutely,
either way, we'll take it. Even if it's like, oh, this is terrible. Okay, well, that means that we might need to look at something. So sometimes it's just awareness, which is good. So
for sure.
Anyways,
for sure. Well, it's very exciting. What I'm trying to do, I don't know if you can tell, I'm stretching for time to make sure that
I was going to ask, what are your plans today?
So what am I doing? So I'm stretching because
what's tonight's?
Yes, I want to make sure that there's no, with the delay and everything like that, I want to make sure we stop when the game is officially over. So we're probably going to talk until I see that official over, so that we don't accidentally blow up the stream when we stop streaming and get back into real time.
Okay.
So yes,
Well, it looks like we're at about 34 tickets on the stream currently.
yes,
So
yes.
I mean, I think at this point, go ahead and engage however you see fit. I
Oh
suppose.
yes, yes. So we'll just, we'll just talk about you. It was crazy. So my birthday's been a lot of fun. That's been fun.
It's been fun because
it's because I got to. You guys are here in my presence. It's the best. So
you've pretty much been hanging out with your community all day today.
I've been trying. So we lost power. So I've been like, it was really scary. It was scary. We're like, is this gonna even happen? But we got power back, and then I had to get internet back, and it was a nail biter up until a couple hours ago. And then as soon as that happened, I'm like,
power down.
It was down for almost a day. So yeah.
This day and age, that's a lifetime.
It is. Well, with the kids and everything, where they're used to Netflix. I'm like, there used to be a time where there wasn't any Netflix, and then Max just starts crying. And I'm like, no, what? No, it's not allowed to cry. There's no crying in baseball. So
there was a time.
I know. How did that work?
Filled it with equally frivolous things.
That's true. It's true. So it was fun. So after that got all situated, we started because also UTC is a very interesting time zone. So it'd be cool to have like somebody was saying the other day I was talking to that there are games that have like their own games time zone. So it's like the squad time. So
squad time.
But right now, so it was 2 a.m. UTC, and I was so worried about the time calculation. So I'm like, what time is that? I don't know.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, even professionals will sometimes get it wrong. So just like this tournament, our company is also international. And
yes.
We often have to
It's tricky,
accommodate.
Right?
It can be tricky.
It is. It's tough.
There are tools out there online for you to help you out. And often the people who are in charge of the organization tend to utilize those to ensure, or, you can often have like scripts or something running within your whatever various communication tool that you're using to ensure that you get the times right when you schedule stuff. But
I know Slack has a really cool, we use Slack at where I work, and Slack is a really cool messaging system. But it's nice because if I send like a ping or something, it'll be like, hey, you got 10 people, where it's like really late. Are you sure you want to ping everybody? It's like 3 a.m. here. Are you sure you want to send this message that will make a noise? It's like, yes,
and
yes,
and the answer is yes. Screw those guys.
Wake up. Wake up.
Unfortunately, I've also been one of those individuals who has went ahead and hit yes to somebody in another country who's more than likely asleep. But I'm like, they have to know what
they have to know. They have to know. Everyone must
know. Even though I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to get a response till later anyways, so it's pretty much all for naught, but whatever.
But I clicked yes. So
just makes you feel better.
That's right.
Feel better, right?
That's right.
This is a reward chemical in your brain. I did it.
And they know.
It's not hanging over my head.
And they know. I totally sent that message. Well, they're down to 3 tickets now.
Getting closer.
There it is. Oh, this is fun.
So
could you imagine though? Like that's why I want it, because I've seen this happen where someone ends the stream and like they kill it with the delay, so you actually don't see the end. And there it is. There's the end. There's the GGs.
Win the battle.
Nice job.
And there they are. So the plan is to go ahead and switch back. Is there a delay turning off the delay?
So now I can switch back and we can go live. Or we're just going to hear this rambling for the next 15 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll probably just listen to it and then get back to live. So
I guess you can actually coordinate that. So
that's when we'll see. We'll see what we do here. Well, you could hang out if you want. I was going to see. I was going to interview. Oh, you know what I need to do?
I would love to listen to the interview.
All right, sweet.
Or sit in on it.
Yeah, please do. So we're going to go back to live. We'll take a quick break. And hopefully you watching the stream won't notice any time has passed. But here we've waited 15 minutes to catch up to real time. And badonkadonk. All right, so we'll see you guys here in just a few seconds. Yeah, hold on tight, Ross. We're approaching the critical horizon, the event horizon.
Oh no!
Here we go. Let me see. Stop streaming, and don't discard the delay. Here we go. 3, 2. Whoa, man, that was crazy. We just We just hit the event horizon. Sergeant Ross, and now all these people are here.
Crap.
This is crazy.
What is this? Are we on the other side?
I think we made
is this
it.
Another universe?
I think we made it. We are in another universe.
Is this how universes are created?
This is
Like
it.
The other sides of black holes.
This is
my
we're
Lord.
here. So Alpha, Bill Nye, Laser Bear, I love your backpack. Thanks for being here. I feel like we had some other people here and they're gone now. Panda, there's Panda.
Panda.
There's Panda.
Panda has arrived.
Well, what? Let me see if this is working. Let me refresh, make sure.
Yeah, you're good.
All right,
You're
we're looking good. All right, cool. I do want to look at something real quick before we go forward here. Big announcement. The second season of International Squad Knockout Tournament. It's here. And then, oh, yes, refresh your page if the stream isn't live. But I guess if you wouldn't hear me say that if it's not live for you. And boom. All right, so let's take a look at these groups, guys. Here, Group A, Paradise and Indies, Finnish Squad, Ta, The Art of Warfare, and Squad Ops, along with Salt and Husaria, I believe, is HSR. And then Armed and Ready and Sigma Tactical join. I love to see these combinations, guys. This is fantastic. Group B, Fortis, Tactically Adequate, and the Swift Knights. And then, oh boy, Armaturk Balerky, along with Vive, which I'm not going to get those right forever. Full dot and Prague, full dot Prague, and then ZSU, ZFG, and Big D. So that's pretty cool. A lot more kind of Australian representing there. Zulu X-Ray Delta.
Big D, yep.
Yeah. Serenian Vanguard. Group C is FFO, Fight on the Freaking Objective, Army of 9, Mumblereens, TCD plus FC, One Shot Theory, and Red Bears. So this is it, your official ISKT Summer Season Qualifier. And there's German Running Duck. Let's get some quacks in chat for the Running Duck, ladies and gentlemen. Quack, quack. So that was really exciting. And just as exciting were the matches that we just watched here. That was pretty amazing here. Also, special thanks to Running Duck for casting. Special thanks to Kudu. We saw it previously. Kudu for throwing this whole thing together and everybody. So, and here we go. Thanks to the players of this is our first and second place, I believe. Am I mistaken here? I think it's first and second place. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hooray!
So.
Woo! We're excited. So congratulations, guys. So I just love to take a few minutes.
Can I add something?
Go, Sergeant Ross. Add whatever you want.
Often overlooked, but never forgotten, would be the refs.
The
Who
refs.
took the time out of their days.
Yes. Thank you, referees.
And all day, every day.
Yes.
Sometimes you not play and actually make sure that the game is running smoothly and efficiently and everything's fair and balanced. So I think they often I think they deserve some praise. Good job, guys.
Thank you to the refs. Awesome.
All right, carry on. That was my piece.
All right, interview begin. How was it, guys? What did you think? That was a hard-fought match. Those were great. Neck-and-neck games. For that first game was just like I was biting my nails. Things got a little loosey-goosey on that second one, but I'd love to hear how it all went together.
Who would you like to hear from, Johnny?
I'll take whoever wants to talk first.
Yeah, backpack.
Done.
Wait, Alpha. No, come on, Alpha. You said something.
No. There was pre-game praise. Speech.
First round was, we were all like adrenaline pumped. We were just we were kind of freaking out. I was freaking out since I was driving the Logi. I don't know if Johnny caught this, but I ran over 3 walls to try and get to my fob area because the delay was so hard on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I did get it down, but I ran into an open field and all that stuff. We got our fob down and we pushed as hard as we could. Just those initial contacts are so much fun. It's fun when 2 teams just head to head, and then whoever comes out on top just keeps pushing. And it was a fun first round in general.
And then welcome Kudu for coming in real quick. Just want to say, hey, Kudu, thanks for being here. And then Alpha, take it away.
Hey, Kudu. Yeah, I think the first half was an absolute grind. I think we anticipated it would be, as militia especially. I think the learnings for us were that we had too aggressive of Habs without the muscle to support it. But I think, kudos to FFO, because what I was saying to the boys earlier before the stream was that once you guys knew exactly where a Hab was, you were so aggressive with it, and we just were pinned. Yeah, so it was just really well played. And then secondly, yeah, sorry, go.
I was gonna say, at one point you guys mortared your own Hab to get us off of it.
Yeah. Well, I set that up so that we could, man. But yeah, like it just felt like you enveloped us really, really well, right? As soon as you knew it was on the northwest side of storage, then you were all over it, and you were just pinning us on that Hab. And then, as you know, it's really difficult to play against bleed, so it's really difficult to get back onto storage after that.
Yeah, we got some great shots. We got a great shot of the FFO crew, which is actually the tightest I've ever seen. I've never seen FFO kind of work as a super ultra tight knit fire team, and they all just move together tactically. Yeah. FFO's kind of like this loose knit group of killers that just swarm. But this was incredible. There's this shot that you just see them all, and everybody opens up, and it was just incredible. It was like watching termites like just grind down a piece of wood. Yeah. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was probably just so. It's been a year and a half since I started FFO with a couple of guys, Bill Nye, Lacey, Wired, and Zach, who's no longer playing with us, but I started with those guys. And this game right here was probably the tightest I've ever seen my group of guys play. We were, I don't know if you guys saw it. I mean, Johnny was in the air, but I would call stuff out and they would do it immediately. It was one of the best games that I think I've ever played in squad, and that's what makes this game so amazing, because the teamwork.
Absolutely.
The teamwork is just amazing.
And you notice.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go, Sergeant.
I was going to say, well, one of the things that I was talking about on the second match relating to that specifically was how adaptable, flexible, and quick you guys were to respond to a situation, because there were a lot of times where it looked like Fortis was doing a really good job at trying to poke and prod the defense that you guys had pretty much set up once you guys took storage, and trying to find some gaps. But the second they try to put down like a backline radio, instantly called and immediately hammered. Like there was a really nice push that came up on the west side that Fortis was like at the base of that western ridge line, and they were essentially outnumbered you guys, and were actually ended up winning the foot mobile fight. But all of a sudden, a BDRM instantly rolls up and is like, "No, I'm gonna be present, even if he doesn't shoot anything." It was a deterrent, and it forced them to go back down the hill towards short side in the open. And it was really interesting to see that kind of flexibility and just that quick reactionary engagements there. So definitely,
you guys utilized that BDR really well. Like especially in the second round, like every time we'd do a sweep, just the eastern flank or a western flank, like we'd get ground, but we'd make ground, but like every single time that BDRM, it just constantly pin us down. It was really annoying, but you guys did that. You did so well. Really
even took out a rally point.
That's
fun.
Yeah. Or was it Candy who just like drove right over the rally point?
I think it was Bill.
Nope.
I think it was Bill.
Yeah, there was a rally point next to the BDRM carcass, and I stopped it, and then I ran back.
That's right. It was you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was you. But yeah.
The funny thing was, right, was that although we ended up out fragging you guys as well.
Oh yeah.
And so we were winning the engagements, right? But your positioning, like was said earlier, was just really on point. So we'd make some ground and we'd kill a whole heap of guys, but we couldn't maintain that ground, right? Because you were reinforced, or there was a secondary flank that was covering the further push. So that was just really, really well played, I think. obviously you had some time to scrim and really work out those positions on the flanks, especially. So well done.
Well, that was definitely a one thing that was discussed on the first match, where we really saw kind of Fortis digging in their feet and really pushing hard, because FFO ended up taking storage site pretty early on, but you guys were actually like one ticket apart almost like 10-15 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And that was incredible. You guys were just knocking them down. I mean, just constantly keeping that ticket. I mean, completely outpacing the bleed, obviously, with the amount of killing you guys were doing. So
that bleed is steady, though. You can
can
outkill for 5 minutes.
Took a while.
But that thing's gonna come back and get you. We like to. I kind of take pride in losing the kill to death, but still capping the objectives, as our namesake is. I enjoy losing KD, but still winning the game. That's kind of a point of pride.
Well, that's the point, right?
That's the point.
Right.
What we hope for, anyways.
Two things I think worth mentioning. Obviously, that was a great game. It was well fought for everybody. I enjoyed it. Golly, I'd get so frustrated with the shots. I mean, I'd be running along and then smoked in the head, and it's just, you guys are such great shooters. And it's a group of great shooters.
Real great shots. Great shots.
And,
Thanks.
and I was going to say, the one thing that's pretty funny is that first round we were trying to secure the win, because as we all know, OP can swing either way really quickly. Yes. So we were trying to really secure down that last cap, and so we had grabbed a Logi to take it in, to sit down a fob, and for whatever reason, some ding dong jumped into the I guess the crow that was sitting in main and just took off before I could get really the Logi going from main, and immediately blows up, and I thought, oh my god!
Yes. I remember that point, dude. I remember that point because we were rotating back up to rail, and we'd already set up some mines. That you would take that or a vehicle straight out of main, and it was a glorious moment for us. Like the whole squad cracked up.
Oh yeah, the best part is so of course that crow takes it unintentionally, and my butthole's puckered, and I'm so happy. And then all of a sudden, I get hatted about 2 seconds later.
There's so many moments like that though in this game. Where you think you've got an advantage, and then all of a sudden it just swings. You do something cocky and you're really pleased with yourself.
Yep.
And then bang, you're down.
This actually leads me to a question that I have for Fortis on the first match that we thought was pretty interesting. Another aspect with Fortis that I thought was really cool was the fact that you guys are actually pretty inventive and creative with your tactics.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to know what exactly was going through your guys' head whenever FFO pushed into Castle, and we were on the squad comms with you guys, and we heard you actually using your own objective to bait people into a mortar strike. Like, where did that come from?
It was incredible.
I've never seen that.
It was incredible.
And it worked twice.
Well, we knew
what was that about?
We knew that so we'd zeroed all of the mortars for obviously all the objectives, right?
Okay.
And so the west hills of Castle are just a nightmare to push down into Castle through, because you got no visibility. But if someone's on the cap, you can see their legs, etc.
Right.
So we knew that with the mortars, we could actually just pin them there on those west hills.
So was this? Well, I guess to be more precise, was this a tactic that was pre-planned before the match, or was this something that you guys just said, hey, you guys, you know what, let's just let them think that they were giving them an opportunity to cap an objective, and it was just like
absolutely
on the fly.
not.
So
it was
this is a
absolutely
tactic
not that. It was.
I think it's
never. We never want anyone on the cap.
Okay,
right,
so it was just like on the fly. You're like, well, they're already there. Might as well just like hang out on the ridge line and just wait for them.
Correct.
And just
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking because we were on the southeast side, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we heard you like, hey, just hold up here and just get those mortars going. And I think was the only one left who was hiding underneath the stairwell for a while.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, is is this pre-planned, or are they just coming with? Because if you guys are coming up with that kind of stuff on the fly, I mean, to me, that's even more impressive. So
I don't know whether it's as impressive as you think so, Mr. Ross. But basically,
I thought it was creative. It was a creative idea because you guys were literally saying like, "Hey, just chill for a second. Let's see if we can get them off the objective of the mortars."
Right. It's just like trying to take an objective, right? That's small. If you have mortar pressure, because effectively we're assaulting that cap. It is an assault cap if we're not on there, right? So the whole idea was that we mortar the shit out of. Sorry, excuse the language. The hell out of the cap and then push in. So
I liked it. So
yeah. But thank you, mate. Yeah, appreciate it.
Either way, cool. It was cool to see, and I mean, regardless of how you feel about it, I still think it's a great example of somebody who's able to adapt and overcome. So very very knowledgeable of the situation and just decided to make a call, and it ended up working out. So.
Yeah,
I mean, in the long run, it didn't. But you guys did clear them twice in a row, so that's
it was amazing. In fact, the mortar play, I would say in general, like FFO, I don't think would you, or I guess Backpack or anybody over there, I haven't really seen FFO truly embrace mortars like I think we saw Fortis was just on point. Those mortar strikes, guys. How did that feel to be on the other end of that?
It felt pretty nuts. I mean, I was on the receiving end of a couple of mortars on Castle, and I was just sitting under the concrete overpass, kind of crying a little bit. I think
I died 5 times to mortars.
Yeah, I definitely got double tapped by a mortar running across the field. But it's one of those things where we go, yeah, we're getting killed by it, but we're still stacking bodies on objectives. Like you would have to mortar the whole team, or at least mortar FFO, because we're not really afraid of being blown up because we'll just respawn and just keep feeding into the objective. As we will pile bodies on the objective until we lose or until we win.
Yeah, correct. And I think that really shined through Backpack, because what failed us, right, was that our hab positioning was too aggressive, which meant that and given that we committed to mortars, we had 3 less bodies on the cap, especially at the start of the round, which meant that we couldn't actually, brute force the cap similar to what you did. And I think although the mortars are amazing, right, on a map like that, you just really need to brute force the cap. And ultimately, they were great, but they let us down in the end. We really needed those bodies.
Trying to be objective about it, I will say though that I don't think at the end of the day 3 bodies would have mattered that much. I think it really just came down to, this is my own personal opinion, analysis of it, was their positioning and their hab placement was just a little bit better. You guys, as you have already stated, would often get cleared out too fast, whereas FFO pretty much maintained their habs majority of the round on key points, but somewhat safe. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think they would have continued to just fed bodies onto it, even if you had 3 more guys. At least that's my opinion.
There's Running Duck in chat real quick saying, people, listen to these dudes. They just played that match and they know exactly what happened wrong and at what time. And I think that's that really interesting thing to know at this level, that you guys basically can replay this whole thing and you're like, blam, this was right, this was wrong, and I know exactly what I need to do. Or not, maybe I don't know exactly what to do, but I have the beginning inklings of how we're going to fix that or how we'd adjust that for next time. So I think it's pretty cool at this level of this particular version of squad that is competitive play. There's a lot of different ways to play squad. But for what we do here, I think it's really cool that you guys are at that level, that you can do that dissecting, and just wanted to read that out from Running Duck.
So
yeah, awesome.
I have a...
Go ahead. Okay, I kind of wanted to do like an origin story on FFO for a little bit.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, jeez.
What is that?
So, okay.
Kudu, can you shut him
this
up?
This is what my buddy told me about squad, and I've lost a year and a half to this fucking addictive crack cocaine of a game because it's so much fun. And there's no other game like this where you can have 24 people in TeamSpeak and you're just all working together. I mean, other games like PUBG or other games where you only have 5 people or 4 people, it's not a lot of people to teamwork with. There's no other game where you can accomplish an objective with 24 people. That being said, I read Ender's Game before I bought this game.
Oh no!
And
reading book.
Ultimate like tactic strategy game ever, and it's everything that book that I love into a game, and that's why I think I've put so much time and effort into it. And the enemy's hab is always down.
You know he's excited when he reads the Ender Game story. That's his favorite.
Yeah.
So as a side note kind of question, how did Operation First Light get chosen for this grand final match?
I think it was Kudu.
Yeah, we wanted the game to be hard for us.
Exactly. No, but for real, I looked at all the maps and I took in consideration was 24 players, and I just wanted linear maps with the central cap. I thought those would be the best, that have like a balance of like strategy and shooting, vehicles and all that. Ended up being Quora V2 and OPFL, which were like the best maps in my opinion for that one. So it was Quora V2 first map and OPFL for the final. And that's how I chose them.
Okay, so it wasn't some rotation or anything. Well, we were asked about early in the stream.
I thought it was I thought it was a rotation.
We weren't sure where it came from because I was like, wow, this is a really interesting map to choose.
Yeah, there's a set map pool. All the maps were predetermined, like 1 to 6.
Right.
And it just cycled through.
Okay, gotcha. Fair enough.
By the way,
future reference. Well, I guess it kind of depends on what the needs and desires are for the particular match, but there are infantry only. I mean, that's what I'm saying, prefacing with what I just said, because there are infantry only maps. They only have 3 objectives, so they might be kind of conducive towards the 24v24 sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't have vehicles, so it's kind of. There are 2 maps I think have skirmish layers, so it's light vehicles, just like op first light. But,
okay.
I mean, it's a consideration, anyways. You don't necessarily have to do a full blown 4K like 8 flag map or anything like that. But anyways, that's some like additional feedback that you can give us later.
Oh, cool.
We can discuss it anyways. So
awesome.
Oh well, I love it. I love the community plugging in like that. Thank you very much, Sergeant Ross.
Yeah, thanks.
That's great. We can get some cool competitive-y type, not too close with some of the infantry maps. Sometimes they're a little too clustered. It's just that perfect Goldilocks, the Goldilocks maps.
Right. I mean, we already created the tournament mode, for example, for kind of these situations. So, I mean, it's not like we don't have a precedence for helping out tournament organizers or anything. So, I mean, like I said, you can just talk to me offline, but I wouldn't mind. I also make these layers, by the way. So, I mean, if there's something specific you guys want to see in the future, by all means, hit me up in a PM, Kudu, or whatever, and we can talk about maybe potentially pushing some tournament specific layouts.
Oh,
so
that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I can only get so hard here, Ross.
I just lifted my desk.
I mean, honestly, it's my prerogative. So, I mean, it just comes down to whether or not I want to take the time to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Anyways.
Chat. On. Chat's going crazy. Chat's going crazy right now.
Krayano wants to know about the droid attack on the Wookiees.
the droid attack on the Wookiees.
Well, I mean, it's relevant to the tournament, I think. Right. So.
Yeah. Well, we were on Kashyyyk, so.
That's right. Little Kashyyyk there. I love it. Awesome, guys. Yeah.
Johnny, can I just slip something in there?
Absolutely. Please, Alpha, go. Yes.
That's what she said.
Hey-o.
Kudu, thank you very much for organizing this whole thing, man. You've done a really good job. So I just wanted to give you a shout out.
Yeah. Thanks,
and also shout out to both FFO and Fortis boys. Really good game today, and good tournament overall.
Awesome, thanks.
Very well done.
Play us out, Johnny.
Oh, well.
Before Johnny ends it.
Oh, yeah.
Just one last thing. Yeah, there's been so many events of good sportsmanship in this tournament. I'm surprised, like with an internet community, but it actually worked out in the end. And I need to officially thank everyone that helped. So the officials, the refs, the server providers, the streamers, the players, of course, and the devs for the prizes and their tweets. So thank you for everyone that participated as well.
Hey, no problem.
Awesome, Kudu.
it's going to be fun. Hopefully I get to see some of you guys around in the future in person. I don't know how many from either side, or at least any of the FFO guys ever go to conventions and whatnot, but we often have several representatives at most of the major gaming conventions, and maybe we can get some shirts and dog tag pictures together. Would be kind of cool. At least I would like to do that anyways. So like, hey, I'm going to be at PAX South or whatever, and you're like, all right, well, bring your ISKT winter match dog tag, and maybe we'll get a little Twitter picture going.
Oh yeah,
awesome. That'd be cool.
I'm excited.
I would enjoy that.
I'm trying to do a throwdown, and I'm trying to pick international airports, by the way, here for my Australian friends. But there are LAN arcades all over the United States, and we're actually, me and Ross, where we met. So there's another one.
Because we're lovers now.
Well, hi. But there's this great one in Chicago that I'm actually talking with right now, and we're trying to see if we can make something work. So if anybody's interested in doing like a squad in particular meetup, because like, oh my gosh, big gaming conventions are great too, but like it was really neat, Ross, when we went to Galaxy Gaming in South Dakota, and it was just a little small shindig. I mean, it was just really cool. It was like 50 to 100 people, and it was a lot of fun. But it was just getting together and playing squad next to the people that we play with online. It's like, what? Totally different and so much more fun. So that's a whole other thing that we haven't even experienced. I don't think there's been like a true physical squad meetup besides that one. And it was still even kind of thrown together,
Yep.
So,
do you think it would be okay to yell at people right next to me?
I don't know. I don't think that would stop you. I don't think that would stop you there, back.
I don't think I would either. I want to win.
Get on the freaking objective.
Get on there.
That'd make things quite a bit easier, actually.
There you go. Exactly.
Can't mute backpack in real life.
Woo! Awesome, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody. We're right on the 30-minute mark for this interview. So, is there any other things that anybody wants to kind of shout out or say or anything?
Play us out, Johnny.
All right.
All right. Get out of here.
Well, I could do that.
PP's got places to be.
Yeah, no, we're good. So that's about it. What I always like to do at the end of all the streams is we do say thanks to everybody that participated, but we also say special thanks to the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces and our allies all over the world. For us, it's just a game, but for these guys and gals out there doing it every day, if they get hurt, they get killed. They don't just respawn and they're fine, or put a bandage on or whatever, and it's done. The Jesus hands doesn't work. So thank you, active duty. Thank you, reserves. And especially thank you, veterans, for your service and your sacrifice. The International Squad Knockout Tournament salutes you. Feel free to throw that 07 in chat. By Colossus says, you're welcome. I'd do it again any day. I know these guys don't do it for the thanks, and that's why we got to do it. Stabbies. No, we'll be back. Stab, just hold on a second. Happy birthday. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday. Happy 60th.
Woo, happy 60th. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, young whippersnappers. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to actually find some server and cast pug matches with Stabbies. So that's what I'm doing on my birthday for the 6 minutes I have left on my birthday.
Nice. Also, huge thanks for actually showing up and casting this. I was kind of disappointed, but then when you showed up, I was like, okay.
Woo!
Let's go. It's game time started. So thanks.
It's the ready to do it. Thank you, Bill. It's great to see you.
All right, peace.
All right, see you later.
All right, thanks, Panda.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
See you, bud.
Thanks. All right. Ross.
Johnny.
Oh, there's Stabbies.
You ending?
No, I'm not ending. Ross, have you met Stabbies yet?
Thank God. I was scared.
You guys are to meet
What's up,
officially.
Ross?
No, I don't think so. Hello.
Sergeant Ross.
How are you, sir?
Stabbies. He is a Twitch variety caster who is addicted to Squad, and me and him have been casting games. But he's got a great casting dealio. All the memes.
All the memes.
All the memes.
Shout out to Thrill House. Hell yeah.
Oh,
baby.
shout out to Thrill
so
House.
Loud. was horribly loud in my ears.
That's funny.
Shout out to my eardrum. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, yeah, it's good times. So that was a fun time. That's good.
It was dope watching, man.
Shout out to Crayon.
Can't do
Oh
crayon.
oh my. Is there an invitation I'm not aware of?
No, there's just a couple guys that have. This is the Discord that's going to be going away, so it's
loose cannons.
Yeah, there's so many access. It's funny. Oh, Running Duck, thank you for being this guy. This Running Duck guy should have been doing it, but hey, I'll be a substitute, a close second.
So did you restart your stream?
We didn't stop it yet. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, okay. So there's still a delay though, yeah.
No, we're live right now.
So there's no delay.
There's no delay. I'm gonna stop this right now.
Cool.
This is madness. All right, we'll be back here in just a minute, guys. Thanks for being with us. We'll be casting games in just a minute. Thanks for being here.